Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Let's go live. Going live on the other app. Hi, YouTubers. Hi, TikTok. If you were just joining, please give a little thumbs up to the YouTube video. If you are watching on TikTok, please double tap the back of that screen. Share the live out. Let's get some discussions going. Pam Bondi just was fired. Did you hear that? Pam Bondi just got fired, everybody. Oh, I feel so bad for her. Why is it that the two cabinet members that have been fired now are both women and they've both been replaced with men? Interesting. Interesting. I'm just asking questions. What's going on here? Let's see. Pull up my chat. Yo, agnostic. I just saw that my friend Daze was live. Honestly, if you are watching on TikTok, you should watch my friend Daze, D-A-Z-E. He's also live right now. He's doing more of a God Bible thingy, which we can get into that. I do have Christianity, lost the plot here. If you're just coming in, please start liking the stream. Like, you can tap the back of the screen, share the live out. Hello, everybody, as you're coming in. If you're watching on YouTube, you can help out the stream by there's like little hearts that you can click. You can click little laughy faces at me. You can share the live out to your favorite or least favorite person. Share it out to your Discords. Yeah. You can do all kinds of things. If you want to join up in the conversation on TikTok, there's a little request button here. Feel free to join. We can discuss some of these things. If you want to join the call on YouTube, you just have to type into a browser, tinyurl.com/deconcall, and we can go from there. So yeah, back to Pam Bondi. Let's look up what the heck is even going on with that. There's a lot of something going on there. I'm guessing that she didn't handle the Schmepstein hearing very well. The Dow Jones apparently did not save her. I'm so sorry, Pam. I'm so sorry for you. I hope that you get what you deserve, Pam. I hope your exploration into the private sector is fruitful. I'm sure it's going to be. All right, it looks like we got somebody here. Let's see. Ezekiel?
Yes.
Are you there?
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I'm there. Can you hear me?
Can I get your age just real quick for TikTok purposes?
Yeah, 24.
All right. What brings you on?
I'm interested in. So I'm a Christian myself, but I was interested in what do you mean by Christianity lost the plot? It's an interesting
they
way to say
plot.
it.
I mean, they lost the plot at the beginning. The plot was lost.
Interesting.
More so, like it's in different levels here. So we can go by how wrong Jesus was, or we could go by how
Jesus wasn't wrong.
Oh yeah, he was. But we could also go by.
Tell me how he was wrong.
We could go by modern day like Christianity and just like how Christian nationalism just
let's start with Jesus.
Lost the plot.
Let's start with Jesus. How was Jesus wrong?
Jesus was Jewish, correct?
Yes, he was.
All right. So Jesus was also a Judaizer, right?
Define that.
So a Judaizer would try and get other people to become Jewish, right? Or to like express the Jewish culture or ways. What's going on in your background? Are you like?
Well, sure, he expressed it, but so there's just a fan next to me. So he expressed Judaism, but if you actually read the Bible, I mean, you haven't really read the Bible, obviously, but
I have.
If you read the Bible, no, you haven't. But if you read the Bible, then you'll actually see that he doesn't force Judaism on people. Actually, quite the opposite.
No,
like
what I mean is, like to the Pharisees, right? He's trying to correct their ways.
Yeah, because they were wrong.
Right. Like, for instance, the Pharisees said that if you're a child like didn't listen to their parents, that you could actually pay like a fee, right? And it could be considered Corban. Then the child would have the sin, forgiven, and they could move on. When actually the Old Testament says that child must be stoned to death. And that's what Jesus was trying to tell the Pharisees, for instance.
Okay.
Now, the reason why Jesus lost the plot and Christianity lost the plot is because Jesus is not the Messiah.
Well, he is the Messiah, obviously.
No.
If you were to read the Bible,
give me any prophecy that Jesus fulfilled?
Yeah, Isaiah 53. The prophecy
Isaiah
of the
53 is not a prophecy about the Messiah.
If you actually read it, it is.
It's
obviously you wouldn't know that because you don't know anything. Oh, it's not about Israel. It's about the suffering servant.
So
that phrase
when
Israel, like the Messiah
it says
would.
My servant Jacob, does that actually mean Jesus? Does my servant,
yes.
comma Jacob,
yes,
or Israel, mean Jesus?
Yes. So obviously.
how?
So again,
how does
Jacob
this guy mean Jesus? Please.
Well,
explain.
obviously. So let me actually say this. Do you know where the name Jesus derives from? It derives from Jacob. First off, I don't know if you knew that. Probably didn't know that. It's obvious.
You're glitching out.
Did you know that?
So Jesus is Jacob.
I think that Jesus' name derives.
You're
from Jacob.
really like cutting out. It seems like Jesus does not want you to like talk at all. I don't know what's going on. Like you're coming through like in static. Are you outside or something? Oh, what happened? Hello, Ezekiel. All right. Well, we got another guest in the guest box here. Let's pull them up. Stallion the Italian. Yeah, Jesus caught him capping.
Wait, I ain't mean to request. Take me off of this shit. Take me off here, girl.
Do you not know how to work?
Shit. I ain't mean to request. So you're not gonna take me off?
What are you doing? Close out.
Dog,
you can throw your phone against like the wall.
Take me off this shit.
Hey, good song though. Is that 3-6 Mafia?
You got.
Okay. I don't know. How do you like accidentally request up and then not know like what the hell you're doing? I don't know. Let's see. We got another person here. Jay Lynn. Jay Lynn, are you there?
What's going on, man?
Can I get your age just real quick for TikTok purposes?
July 18, 2001.
What'd you say?
July 18, 2001.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you were 18 and born in 2001. I was like, that math doesn't work. All right. What brings you up?
Yeah, so I'm guessing you're an atheist?
Yeah.
So can you give me the moral dilemma of why it would be immoral to grape women or be a pedophile? Go ahead.
Well, what?
I know you're having a hard time keeping up. So a pedophile, what's the moral dilemma holds that it's immoral to do? Or
the moral dilemma?
Yeah. Do you know what the immoral dilemma means?
Can you explain to me what you mean by
so what's going to be the moral?
Now it's immoral dilemma?
Yeah, the immoral dilemma, buddy. Try to keep up.
I'm trying to.
Okay. So what's going to be the immoral dilemma that I can't be a rapist or a pedophile? Go ahead.
Because it harms other people?
It's just going to be subjective. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Well, all morals are subjective. Can you prove like objective morals? Go ahead.
No, that's my whole point, right?
You're making the claim that morals are objective. Go ahead. Can you
No, like, I'm making the statement.
Go ahead. Hold on. Go ahead.
Yeah, I never claimed to be a Christian.
No, hold on. Can you prove that morals are objective? Go ahead.
It's just going to be an appeal to the majority.
Where can I find that morals are objective? Go ahead.
W Dodge.
Where are the objective morals? Are they on the back of the moon? Go ahead.
Yeah, I never claimed to be Christian.
We aren't talking about Christians. We're talking about morals.
Right, morals are subjective, right?
Agreed.
Okay, so then therefore being a pedophile is permissible. Therefore being a pedophile would be permissible.
Not to me, no.
That's just going to be your subjective opinion. Can you deflect?
What? Can I deflect?
Yeah, can you deflect my argument?
Can you prove anything other than a subjective moral framework?
Right, so if you're an atheist, you're technically acknowledging that you can't disprove me being a rapist is immoral, right?
Well, I can just go by like modern law, right? I don't need like a Christian law book that's based off of even earlier like ancient civilizations. Yeah, you realize that in the Christian law, that you can actually like have women as slaves. You can actually.
I'm not a Christian.
You can also have like humans as slaves.
Again, I'm not a Christian, and you're just appealing to the legislation law. So can you go ahead and give me the moral dilemma why it can't be a PDF?
Are you trying to say that, like, because I believe in subjective morals, how can I give you the objective, like, reasoning?
No. Can you give me an argument for why your subjective morality is superior to my subjective morality? You say that it's wrong. I say that it's right. Who's right or wrong?
Oh, so you say it's right to grape little girls?
Yeah, what's going to be the moral dilemma?
Well, I would just disagree with you, and most people probably
It's going to be subjective.
right?
That's just an appeal to the majority.
So
that doesn't make you right or wrong.
That doesn't make morals not subjective.
Dog is low tier.
Can you prove that morals are objective?
Again, I'm not a Christian. I'm not appealing to a god.
Well, you're trying to argue that morals aren't subjective.
Oh my god. Try to keep up, right, buddy? We're both atheists. I just believe that it's okay to grape children. You need to give me the moral dilemma for why your argument or your morality is superior to mine.
Morals are subjective.
Okay, so then therefore it's permissible for me to be a grapist.
To you it is, but to me it's not.
What's the argument that you're right and I'm wrong?
There is, like, it would be appeal to majority, like you said. It would be axiomatic. God. We would agree.
Right, so then therefore it's permissible, because even if society agreed that it was right.
Permissible to who? To God? Like,
no.
What do you mean by permissible?
Yeah, so you're just appealing to the majority.
Well, no. Answer me. Answer me now. Who?
Again, I'm not a Christian, buddy. Stop using God.
Okay, well then permissible to who?
It's going to be permissible to me in my society.
Okay, and it's not permissible to me and most of society in the world, right?
No.
So you're saying that most of the world thinks that grape is okay?
We have people in the world that believe that it is okay, yes.
Bro, I said most of the world. Keep up here.
Again, an appeal to the majority is not going to answer the question.
You're trying to use like weird logical
Give me the 3 laws of logic.
I don't give a shit, dude.
I know, because you don't know how to have a logical discussion. Maybe you should just hop down, bro.
Are you here for the W? Can you actually like address any of my plots up here?
This is called Philosophy 101.
Yeah,
you're an atheist. You shouldn't be running from that.
Dude, I don't care.
Yeah, so even MAGA, if Trump were to be a PDF or Epstein were to be a PDF, and that's true, what's going to be the argument that what they did was immoral?
You could just poll like everybody and ask if that was like good or bad.
Appeal to the majority.
It's axiomatic, right? People
if the majority agreed that it was okay, what would you say?
If the majority agreed that it was okay, then I would think it's still, I would not agree with the majority. This is like the trolley problem. Do you understand the trolley problem? Have you ever heard of the trolley problem? Like that, like proves that morals are subjective.
So you're not really doing anything by appealing.
The trolley problem like proves that morals are subjective.
All you're doing is running to the majority. Even if I granted you that, let's say that the whole world agreed with your belief system, it still doesn't prove that it's immoral, does it?
To who? Like you're trying to assert an objective moral like framework around subjective morals.
Give me the argument as to why.
No, you're like putting a square peg in a round hole, dude.
Can you define argument, host?
What?
Can you define the word argument?
What's going on here? I have somebody else and like, dude, you can go Phil Bro out on somebody else. Like, yeah, consider me running. You owned me there. Yeah, I was so cooked on moral arguments that I don't care about. That's not what I'm going about here. Hello?
Oh, hello there.
Hi. Can I get your age real quick?
Sure, 55.
All right, and what brings you on?
Is that too old?
No.
Well, I don't think MAGA's losing. I think they're winning, and there is no Christiana lost the plot. What plot?
They've lost the plot in many different ways. Like,
would you say the same thing about Muslims?
Yeah, they did too. Like, if they're basing themselves off the Old Testament, then yes.
Okay. All right. What do you mean the plot? I don't understand the religious one. You might be right.
So Christians are not Jewish, right?
No,
but Jesus was Jewish, right?
Right. Yeah, that's fucked up, isn't it? I've never understood that.
Feels like the plot got lost somewhere between there, huh?
I agree. I never understood that. And I grew up near Boston.
So, okay, we can move on to the next topic. MAGA is losing. Pam Bondi just got fired. Did you see that?
I saw that. I was like, what the fuck happened there? Why did he fire her?
Do you really need, like, did you not know what happened with the Schmepstein files or like the Senate hearing and how she just deflected? She didn't answer a single question, said like, oh, look at the Dow.
I didn't see that.
It was like a dumpster fire. She did horribly. But I think it's interesting that now Pam Bondi is fired and Kristi Noem are fired. They're both like two women cabinet members, now replaced by men. Seems a little weird to me.
It doesn't seem weird. I mean, you're a man. Why does it seem weird if he hired a man? He hired women.
I don't know. It just seems a little odd that the two people that are now let go are women and they got replaced with men. I don't think that MAGA appreciates women, especially women's sports.
Why do you mean? Why don't they appreciate women's sports?
Well, first off, I mean, they just don't care about women. I like a lot of MAGA supporters will just say that women shouldn't be working. Women shouldn't have any kind of like goals other than to become like baby factories. They should be,
really?
Yeah. Have you
I've
not
never heard
like Pete Hegseth's pastor Doug Wilson talk?
No, I haven't heard that.
You haven't heard a lot of things. Are you sure you want to like come up here and discuss this?
Well, I'm honest. I haven't heard that. I don't think that's one MAGA. If he is in fact MAGA, a pastor, but I haven't heard anyone else say those things that you say about women.
You've never heard like when Charlie Kirk said these things when
no, I don't.
Like Andrew Tate
Charlie Kirk never said that.
or Nick Fuentes. Any of these like talking heads, they're always talking about how women like, oh, these single women they have cats and they should not be in the professional field. They should be at home and raising kids.
I've heard them.
It's like all like exactly fishy. Like it's all Fox News talks about.
I've never heard them say things like that. I've heard them on both sides say that a two-parent household, whether it's a man and a woman, two women or two men, is statistically better for children, and
that's true. Yeah, that's
true. I've never heard them say that the woman is the one that needs to stay home. I've heard them say that, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Oh yeah, JD Vance also said the like same thing about how women shouldn't be like in the profession and that they should focus on like bringing up the family.
He never said that.
Let's see here.
Yeah, see if he said it, he said it. I don't ever remember him saying that.
Let me see if I can find it here. What was it? It was the cat lady clip. It says like cat lady.
Oh, yeah, that was. I think he was
making
responding to a woman who was causing him problems.
And then he like later regretted it.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Let's see here. Let me see if I can pin this down. Denise Powell. I'm in Nebraska, by the way.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Wait, who's Denise Powell? Was she in Nebraska first?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I gotta send that.
So is he not implying that women should just be having children? That childless cat ladies are worthless, basically? that the Democrats are a bunch of childless cat ladies.
Yeah, he shouldn't have said that, but I don't think he's. Sometimes people say shit and they don't mean. I wouldn't look too deep into that. Yeah, that wasn't the right thing to say. I agree. He didn't say what you said, that all women should not be working and not have a profession. I think that was directed.
I mean, and the sentiment's there, though, right? Like, if they're not having kids, then they're worthless. Like childless cat ladies are worthless, is what he's saying.
Apparently
he tweeted it too.
It was the whole context. I think there was a woman who was giving him grief, and he was essentially making fun of one person, which isn't right, but he wasn't saying that about everybody that's not married or every woman that has a
like the apologetics. Like, see, and like MAGA and Christianity are very similar. To where like it just has you guys like defending the weirdest shit.
I didn't defend him. I said it wasn't right, but I said you
totally
need the whole
running
context.
Apologetics for what he said.
No, I'm not. That's hilarious.
You're like, oh, I think he's talking about just one woman, even though he said childless cat ladies.
No, what I said was he shouldn't have said it, and it wasn't right. But he was not responding to all women as a whole. He was responding to
right
one
there.
woman.
That's the apologetics right there. Like,
that's not apologetics.
Like
that's
when you're like translating what he's saying. That's like you just running apologetics, right? That's what Christians do all the time, where they're like, "Oh, that's out of context."
No, you're taking what he said and making it more than what he said.
Why? Like when all of his friends and like Charlie Kirk, for instance, was saying like a lot of the similar stuff.
I never heard Charlie Kirk say that.
You never heard Charlie Kirk say that women shouldn't be working and that they should be at home? Okay.
No.
Let me see if I can find that one too. Let's see.
Now, if he said maybe the woman, someone should be home with the kids, I think, rather than go to daycare. I don't think that's a bad thing to say. Oh, fuck. I gotta find the fucking zip code. Shit. Sorry.
You working?
No, I'm writing a fucking Easter card that I forgot to send. I'm getting a manicure at 5:30, so I have to go in a couple minutes. No, I barely work. I fucking... 02. All right.
Let's see here. Trying to find a good like clip.
You're fair. I like this live. You really bring up stuff and you will.
Shouldn't have to work.
This is fair. You bring up points and you actually take time to look at stuff. Can you hear what he said? I can't hear what he said.
God, it's so loud.
It's not coming through to us.
Oh God. So yeah, let me see if I can pull that up again here. I just X'd out because it was way too loud in my headphones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it wasn't being transmitted into the live.
It wasn't coming through? All right.
No. The other one wasn't either, right? For some reason, it isn't getting distributed.
Let's see. Yeah, I think I know what my problem was. Capture audio. That's fine. All right, let's see here. What's this one? Exposes why women are so miserable and angry.
Feminism should be defined, and do you think it can be reconciled with conservatism?
Second and third wave feminism.
Well, I think he's right on that.
Second wave feminism problems, which is the female liberation movement, that women should not just be at home, but they should get into the workforce. Third wave feminism is complete garbage, which is toxic modern day feminism. There are some good aspects of second wave feminism, but at the core of feminism, we have to ask the question is, has it made American women happier? And it hasn't, actually. American women are more suicidal, more depressed, more anxious than they were prior. You usually have the agency and liberty to do whatever you want. but many women, a majority, like 90+% deep down, have this urge to reproduce and to raise children, and we are telling them to forsake that and go become a CEO of a shoe company. And we're wondering why so many young ladies are miserable and angry because they're...
Okay.
Well, thanks for bringing me up. I hope you have a good night. Good chatting with you.
Well, he just said right there that women are miserable and angry because they can't like be at home raising children.
I think that's true. I know a lot of women that are angry if they have to work and instead of raising the kids. And I know some women that don't want to have kids and want to work, but have you met women that would prefer to be home and raising their kids? We did that. My wife stayed home, but we made a lot of sacrifices and we were able to do it. But I know a lot of women that are unhappy that they can't do that. And it doesn't mean that they don't want to be a career woman or they're not valuable or they don't deserve equal pay. But a lot of women do want to stay home and raise kids, and some guys want to stay home and raise kids. I spent a lot of time with our 5 kids with them when they were young. So, I don't know. All right, thank you. I'm going to follow you.
You're welcome. Enjoy. Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Enjoy your manicure. I've never had a manicure. I wish I could get a manicure. Is that gender affirming care? I think so. I think that is. Let's see. I got somebody here on the YouTube side. Let me know, YouTube chat, if you can hear them or not.
Hello?
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Samello, can I get your age just real quick?
Can I remember what? Sorry?
Can I get your age real quick?
I'm 21.
All right. And what brings you on?
I kind of disagree with the Christianity lost the plot claim there.
Yeah. So I say this in multiple ways. There's the, like the Jewish, Christians aren't Jewish, right? So,
yes.
But they base themselves off the Old Testament.
Yes.
So it seems like something changed there, right? Like the plot got changed.
Well, what do you mean by? Could you expand on that a little?
So the Jewish faith is not based off of this idea of original sin and this idea of salvation from it.
Right.
And that is what Christians tout, right? They also have not claimed that the Messiah is currently, has come or anything like that, but the Christians assert that Jesus is the Messiah falsely, based off of asserting that these prophecies, half of them aren't even prophecies, were fulfilled by Jesus.
Well, are you Jewish?
No.
So is there a reason why you think the Jews are more correct in this matter? Because you said falsely.
They literally wrote the old it's called the Hebrew Bible.
Yes, but
the Torah and the Nevi'im.
But they also believe
combined to known as the Tanakh, which has got all of the prophecies that Jesus has to fulfill to become the Mashiach or the Messiah. You can't have Christianity without Judaism, right?
Yeah, but they also disagree with each other.
Exactly. So that's where the plot got lost.
Okay, so this isn't a political thing. It's
there's a political part to it too.
Okay.
So I would say that modern Christianity, the xenophobia, the bigotry, the idea. We'll stick with this term illegal immigrants and deporting and all of that. Do you think that Jesus of the New Testament would be for that or against that?
Well, I think the problem here is that sorry, I don't know if you can hear that. I don't know. The problem here is that Christianity is such a broad term. There's so many different types of Christians, right? Thank you to Martin Luther for that. And so many have different beliefs, certainly, right? There's a lot of just for example, I'm a Catholic, right? And a lot of people might assume, because I'm a Catholic, so I'm a Christian, that I would be, part of the MAGA movement, that I'm definitely more right-leaning, right? I definitely have
Actually, I would not assume that. My family growing up were Catholic, and they were Democrat.
Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. But I think like the Catholic Church is not. I'm sure you've seen what the Pope has said, where he's
Hmm.
like he isn't outwardly, he hasn't gone all the way against like ICE, right? But he's openly.
Yeah, I think he didn't lose the plot when it comes to like at least the modern like take on Jesus. I would
Right.
say like Christian nationalists and like the like those guys are the ones that are, you know, the loudest that are
Yeah.
representing Christianity.
Well,
And other Christians like yourself aren't like speaking out against them. I mean, the Pope did. Good for him.
well, I openly detest people like Nick Fuentes or I can't, I don't really know all the names because I'm not really on social media much anymore. But like I'm not a fan of those. And anytime someone associates me with um like these xenophobic, like anti-immigrants,
Yeah, I mean, but that's like a you problem though, right? Like they are like taking the Christian label and they're like, you know, making you look bad.
yeah. But
Yeah,
here's the
so
problem.
like
Here's the problem.
why not do something about that?
The church is not like the Catholic Church specifically. It's not like this huge organization, right? I mean, like there's the hierarchy, right?
The
There's the
Catholic Church is not a huge organization.
maybe I used the wrong word
Like
there.
the Vatican's
Maybe
not a huge organization. Are you serious?
okay, calm down, bro. Maybe I used the wrong word there. What I'm trying to say is, like each parish, right? Um, for example, like not an example.
There's
Each
not a
parish.
hierarchy where a Catholic priest has a bishop that they report to, that has a cardinal that they report to, that has
Yes, of
uh
course, yes,
so on and
yes,
so
but
forth.
not every bishop is like.
They
It's
don't
hard to
have a
frame.
system to where like if a Catholic priest were to say like, you know, SA a young altar boy, that it wouldn't go up and they wouldn't investigate internally and then move those priests to like maybe another church. Are you
I'm
denying
not.
that's not the case?
No, what I was trying to say was that because it's such a widespread,
Hey, Polymom.
because
Yeah,
it's so widespread, because there's so many different parishes, it's impossible for every single parishioner, for every single parish to match exactly what the Catholic Church teaches, right? You could have one priest who doesn't, um, like for example, I live in Colorado. In Colorado Springs recently, there was a bishop who got um, excommunicated from the church because he was preaching the wrong things about I can't remember exactly, but he got kicked out. But that doesn't always happen, right? There are plenty of parishes where people hear what they want to hear from the Bible. They hear where they hear like
yeah,
the
I think
Catholic
that's
Church
where
is
like they're losing the plot, right?
yeah, exactly. But you can't
So
define.
then you would agree with me that Christianity has lost the plot.
No, I would argue that a certain Christians have lost the plot, not Christianity. You can't judge the entire religion by like the dregs, by the worst kind that don't even follow the Bible correctly. I don't think that's right.
I'm not sure if any of you follow the Bible correctly.
Well, that's like a completely different argument. I don't know if we should get into that.
I mean, like seriously though, I like Christianity in general. When I'm like thinking about it, like just the praise and worship of Jesus, and like salvation. Well, no, because Gnostics, they don't necessarily believe in just salvation. They believe in like wisdom. So, yeah, I guess like it is kind of hard to pin it down on just like one sect of Christianity, but I think that's an issue.
Well, that's kind of that's not my fault. That's like Martin Luther's fault. I mean, like there's like a common argument. I'm sure you've heard it, where it's like you wouldn't get mad at like Mozart because an amateur pianist played his piece wrong, right? You wouldn't blame Mozart because that went wrong. You'd blame the amateur pianist who doesn't know what he's doing.
Okay, but is Mozart like a deity?
No, that obviously not. It's just
So it's not applicable.
why not?
Was Jesus a deity?
Yes, part
So
man, part
see
God.
how like Jesus and Mozart aren't like comparable.
That's different though. It's not like Jesus taught, right? He has his own. He taught.
Does God have like any kind, or like Jesus or God, are they power? Like, do they have any power over like
Yes.
how their message is spread?
On a human level, they can't control individual people's free will. Well, they can, but they choose not to.
Where is that in the Bible?
Dude, I mean, I can't really pull up a verse right now, but if
I mean, like even offhand.
what do you mean offhand? I don't have.
Do you don't like have like a general, like, is it in the New Testament, Old Testament?
I mean, I'm on the spot right now. I'm a little anxious. I
No,
can't really.
you're fine. You're fine. Okay, let's ease up. I won't put the pressure on you so much. Actually, so in Romans, like Romans 9, for instance, Paul, which I don't know how you feel about Paul.
I love Paul.
So yeah, like as a Catholic, Paul like contradicts the idea of free will.
What does he say?
He says that there is no will but God's will, and like Romans 9, like 16 on, or like 14 on. So like here, let me see if I can pull it up here. This one I do have a little bit better control over. Let's do like Romans 9, 14 through 20. Fetch and display. It says 9:14. What then are we to say? Is there injustice on God's part? By no means. Or he says to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I have compassion. So it depends not on human will or exertion, but on God's will, who shows mercy.
So what do you think that means?
That it's God's will, not human will. The human free will matters not.
So like all that comes to pass is God's will.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, but like if God wills us,
so how do you have free will if it's God's will?
Well, what if God's will is for us to have free will?
Then it's still God's will.
Yeah, but it's also, but we still have our own like choices to make, our own. I forget what the word is. Like you still
can you make a choice? Like can you go against what God's willing? So like for instance, like, or like what God knows, like God knows like the future, correct?
Yes.
So if God knows the future, then how can you like go against that?
So look, I'm not like an educated, super educated, like a Catholic apologist, but what I did hear when I asked this question was that.
So like also here, like, so we can keep going in Romans, like, so then he has mercy on whomever he chooses and hardens the heart of whomever he chooses. So like, for instance, hardening the heart of Pharaoh in Exodus, did that not like negate Pharaoh's free will?
That's a good question. I think, well, like, I can't really explain that. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's just because there isn't like, so even in the like Paul's words, there's no free will. There's only God's will, right? So just as you know, like God loved Jacob and hated Esau, he didn't really have a reason to like hate Esau.
Wait, where does it say that? I don't think that's the case. I think Isaac hates Esau, not God.
Let's see here. Oh, I went to the end of my little verses.
Also, just like a
Jacob
quick...
I love, Esau I hated. Which one is that? Jacob I loved, Esau I hated verse. Malachi 1, 2 through 3.
Okay, well that's...
I have loved you, says the Lord, but you say, how have you loved us? It is not Esau, Jacob's brother. Says the Lord, yet I have loved Jacob, but I have hated Esau, says the Lord.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not educated enough in the Bible. Clearly, I need to spend more time, Bible study.
Well, hey, like that's the point of the YouTube channel, is just deconstructing, right? Like just like reading a little bit into these things, like the idea of free will, and like realizing that it doesn't really mention that in the Bible. I mean, people would argue Eve had a choice, like to choose to like eat the apple. I would argue that God knew whether or not she was going to eat the apple
I would
or
argue
the
the same
fruit,
thing. Yes.
not necessarily an apple. So if God knew that, then that was God's plan, right?
Well, I think, yeah, no, these are like the real. I'm not gonna lie. This is when I've like thought of these myself, and I've asked the questions before. I've not really got like a good definitive answer. So like
Yeah.
these are good questions, but
I mean, in order for things to work, just like logically, God would need to not know the future for free will to work. And then you'll see that a lot of like modern like Catholicism, church fathers, the Orthodox, like the Eastern Orthodox, even like Thomas Aquinas, people like that, like they really like go into the philosophy of it all to make it work. And they would, argue things like God doesn't know the future because the future isn't completely like figured out. It's like kind of this, it's sort of figured out in a way, like God knows the plan, but doesn't have a plan exactly, kind of thing. And to me, it just sounds like that they're trying to like really force like Christianity in when it's got like kind of these rules that are, it has to like follow. I would argue that, if like God is all powerful and everything, that this wouldn't be so difficult. It would be a lot more clear.
I think clearly I need to spend more time. But I would say that it is very hard for humans to have free will, like, the ability to choose, and then also well what the Bible says, and there's not like an exact verse in Genesis I can bring up, but from what I've been taught in my like Catholic classes, I guess, is that the purpose of humankind, by like why they were created by God, was to know him, to love him, and to serve him, right? And the key thing is that you have to choose to do all those things. So you can't fulfill your duty as a human if you don't have free will. You can't choose to love him. If God created us and we were immediately, thanks to his will, forced to love him, we wouldn't be fulfilling that properly, because you can't be forced to love someone. I I know this sounds crazy.
No, like I like that sentiment. I really do. And I think that it makes up for a lot of things, like why suffering exists, right? So like people can answer why like bad things happen, with an all-powerful God. That's a main reason why the free will argument is there, is because then they can say, well, humans fell, right? That humans are a fallen, that they have the original sin, they made this choice. It was kind of like Pandora's box opening. It doesn't really like line up though with the Jewish idea of that story. So the like Jewish take on like their relationship with Yahweh, or they would say like Hashem or Adonai, is that it's a struggle that humans have a sin nature, and they have also like a nature to do good. So like humans could lean more towards the bad or the sinful, or they could lean more towards the good, and it's kind of about that balance, and that's like where the idea of like Jacob wrestling with God or Yahweh in the Old Testament is a story. It's like a metaphor for kind of like the Jewish faith, is this struggle that goes on. The Christian take is that God is all powerful and can do no wrong, so you can't really argue. I think that Catholics do have a little bit more wiggle room in their doctrine, because, you know, on earth as it is in heaven kind of stuff, to where they can sort of say like, oh, that's not quite exactly right. Maybe this or this got mistranslated. But yeah, like I would say Martin Luther and, you know, the reformists after that would agree that there is no wrong that could be done, you know, like by God or anything like that, or that the word in the scripture is everything. It's actually like a term called sola scriptura, which is something that Catholics don't necessarily follow, but the reformists do. So yeah, you know, I think the plot got lost.
You know, I'm clearly not like ready for a debate on this level. I kind of just wanted to see what you were gonna say, but yeah, thank you for being respectful and polite.
Yeah, no problem, man. Hey, like if you have questions, I own a Discord. It's just discord.gg/deconjct. Like we have these type of discussions. We don't debate in there. It's more about like, you know, thinking critically on these things. It's not necessarily to like make people an atheist either. Like I don't want to like take away somebody's faith. What I do want them to do though is maybe like read into things, because there's consequences, right? Like for instance, how like LGBTQ people are treated. It goes off of, you know, like these translation errors and all these things that people assert are the truth, when really that's the agenda, right? Like that's the indoctrination, and that is what I would call like deconstructing is like, you know, critically thinking about like the actual scripture, and then kind of parsing out what was kind of told to you from what you actually feel, and also like what the scripture says. So if you're interested, there's also like, you know, other streamers and stuff. Like if you don't do the whole Discord thing, that like if you join this like YouTube channel, we got some other streamers. We also have like Deconstruction Zone Justin. I don't know if you've ever seen him on YouTube. He does a lot of like debates. He's a scholar. He wouldn't call himself a scholar, but I would call him a scholar. It's where I've learned a lot of things. So yeah, I would just suggest maybe like, yeah, looking into those like channels, and yeah, even like looking into just reading some of the things like free will and how that may or may not fit.
Yeah, clearly I need to do a bit more research. So
hey, honest, that's an honest response. I'm so glad that you said that, instead of like getting stubborn and like try to like run an apologetic, you know, like a lot of people will just, they will skirt and they'll dance and they'll try and make it work. And it's just like, man, just say like, hey, no, you know, I don't have the tools yet. Let me go back and read, and maybe you read something wrong, Benny, you know, like I am rereading it and this is what I'm catching, and you could, you know, definitely change my mind. So,
well, I will just say before I leave here, like, this doesn't weaken my faith at all. This just
I
makes
don't
me
want it
want
to, right?
catch the holes, right? That I
Yeah.
clearly haven't thought enough about, or I don't have memorized at the very least. Because yeah, I mean that's it. Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Hey man, have a good day. Okay. Happy Easter.
You too. Yeah. See you later.
Yep. Bye. See, we can have a respectful talk. Man, TikTok just hates me. Is I don't know if there's anybody in the box over on TikTok. There is like only a few people watching. I might have to do a reset on TikTok if I want to keep going with this live. Otherwise, I might end the show a little bit early. If you're watching on YouTube, though, you can certainly call in by typing in tinyurl.com/deconcall. I will try and interact here. Hey, Lauren. Hey, Gemini. My day's all right. It's just TikTok just does not like to push my lives out. On YouTube, I'm doing fine. But I'll interact with YouTube chat here. If you want to join the YouTube, like on that end, you can find it. It's just a Deconstruction Junction is the YouTube channel. All one word. So let's see. What facts what was this? Beef meatloaf? Sure, but how about both sides? Wrongfully banned. Oh. Is there something going on with rule breaking? Why Christianity lost the plot? Well, in multiple ways. I actually wasn't quite wanting to go into the Old Testament and New Testament thing, but I mean, it's kind of interesting. I just think that like modern day Christian nationalists, for the most part, don't align with what Jesus was like, espousing, at least what people would argue, like the hippie, peaceful Jesus would want. Now, I think that the Bible, the New Testament at least, has a couple different types of Jesuses in it. There's the like spiteful Jesus. There's the Jesus that is a little bit violent, that flips tables. And then there's like the peaceful Jesus that says like, don't judge lest ye be judged. And I think that is probably the healthiest one to go with. And I think that like, if anything, should be the plot, right? And I think that modern like Christian nationalists have lost that plot. Yeah, they do represent Christianity for you. So that's a you problem, Pierre Powers. So I would say that, yeah, Christianity, like nowadays, like the loudest people in the Christian world have lost the plot. Now, I'm not saying that some of that all of you have, but there's something going on here where Christianity has big schisms. Am I Jewish? No. WTF? What the fuck is LGBTQ? That's lesbian, gay, bi, trans, and questioning or queer. There's also a plus after that. So there's, asexual, inquiring, curious, I don't know, whatever else. Oh, okay, that's true. Good explanation, but people have a few characters like Jesus, but a lot don't represent Christianity. I think that Christians need to like reclaim Christianity from these Christian nationalists. Like that's mainly what I'm trying to say, is that the Christian nationalists have changed where the trajectory of Christianity is going. Yeah, I miss Christopher Hitchens too. Like, I wouldn't have a problem with Christianity if most people were like the last guest that was just on. My main problem is, the people that take and use Christianity to further things like, like xenophobia or bigotry, misogyny, all of those things. On TikTok, I'm going to actually so YouTube, I'll keep you on TikTok. I am going to close it down and do a quick restart, just because, man, there's like nobody. So I am going to end the live. I'll be back real soon. All right. TikTok went down, and then let's go live again. Everyone's has been slow. Oh. Is that what's going on? Me, one eye. Oh my God, this dude is a what? Do you want to come on and talk to me? Quack? You can just type this into a browser and we can talk, instead of you just being a little bitch. You want to come and talk to me instead of sitting behind a computer screen and on a keyboard? Let's have you prove that I'm a quack. We back. Hey, Lauren. If you're watching on TikTok, please tap the back of that screen, tap, share the live out. You can actually just hit the little arrow button in the corner and just hit copy link, and that works as a share. I'm not sure if we'll get very many more guests unless this live actually takes off again on TikTok. That's where most of the guests come from, because the YouTube chats are mostly bots and they will not go to the tinyurl.com/deconcall. That's DECONCALL. If you want to call in. Let's see. How has Christianity lost the plot? It's in multiple ways. Call in and I'll let you know. At least I'm not for the party of turning kids into transformers. The 80s? Are you saying like there's no agenda? Me one eye. There's no like turning people into anything, right? I mean, there might be like grooming people into misogynists. That's certainly happening, especially with this like male loneliness epidemic pipeline that's going on with well, Charlie Kirk was part of it, not anymore. But nobody's turning your kids trans. That's not happening. This fool thinks people only use computers to communicate. What? What? I didn't say that. I said that you're sitting behind a keyboard and you're not talking. Like, come up. Stop being a little bitch. Talk to me. Can we at least agree that we don't really have a left-wing party in the U.S.? Yeah, I would agree on that. I would say that the left-wing party or like the liberals are at best like centrists or like neolibs. Especially, I mean, like the way that the Democratic Party is representing itself. People like Chuck Schumer, people like Cory Booker, they do these like means tested bullshit that doesn't really work on a like a messaging level. It's why the right has such a good job, I think, with messaging. They use like easy 3 like word sayings like lock her up or F Joe Biden, things like that. Jay, let's see, are you requesting? Jay, I don't see you. But we got Edward here. And we got Gemini, my friend. Edward, are you there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can I get your age just for TikTok purposes?
55.
All right. And what brings you on?
Just your prompt there. The Christianity has lost the plot. Can you kind of explain that?
Yeah, one moment here. Jas, I got a couple of guests ahead of you. Sorry. Once I'm done with them, I will move on to you. So patience, please. Yeah, Christianity has lost the plot. I'm mainly saying like nowadays, right? Like Christian nationalists are taking over Christianity, and the plot has definitely gotten lost. There's like this message that like xenophobia is a Christian ideal, like the anti-immigration like messaging and rhetoric, the misogyny, the bigotry. Yeah, I don't think that the Jesus of the New Testament, as the like Christians would normally espouse him, would be for these things.
Like sharing the gospel and going out and helping the poor, things like that.
Like like he helped out a prostitute, right? Like said,
right.
Like, don't throw your if unless you have like or whatever, like don't throw stones unless you haven't sinned yourself. That doesn't sound very like modern Christian to me. Like as far as the Christian nationalists, the ones that are up in the administration for the United States at least, are trying
Jesus
to
also not preach the gospel to people who didn't want to hear the gospel? Because the last time I checked, I remembered, isn't there like a whole verse where Jesus says not to preach the gospel to those that aren't willing to listen?
Yeah, he only came for the lost,
the
lost sheep of Israel. So
yeah.
like, yeah.
So like if you're using like, oh, so he wouldn't be okay with us preaching the gospel. He wouldn't be okay with people forcing the gospel. You could preach the gospel. Don't force the gospel on the people, though. He was against that. That was a no-no to him.
So how is the gospel forced?
I didn't say the gospel
Nowadays
is forced. He would be against forcing the gospel.
Partner.
Also, hi, Benny. I didn't say hi. I didn't want to
Gemini.
interrupt.
You're fine.
I have a story for you that you're gonna enjoy later on. You're gonna enjoy it.
So yeah, we're saying that like nowadays, did you know that like Trump on May 16th or 17th is now going to have like a national day of prayer where they're bringing people, I think, onto the front lawn or something, so they can like pray to Jesus, and they're going to try and reestablish.
That's nothing new, though. There's been a national day of prayer for like
right, but like
30 years.
there's more
Even
to
Obama did that.
Let me see here. Like, what was it that he had? Paula White, which, God, that lady is just a grifter. Let's see.
I would agree with that.
Didn't his religious leader person just didn't he just bail him out of prison for soliciting to a 12-year-old?
Yeah, that guy only got like 6 months, which is wild. That's wild.
Crazy.
The same party that like the same Christians that would say like, death sentence for that kind of stuff, give him only like 6 months. Let's see here. It's to be held on May 17th, 2026 on the National Mall as the National Jubilee of Prayer, Praise, and Thanksgiving. It's aimed at rededicating the nation to faith. So the nation, to Christianity, it's Christian nationalism.
Yeah, but don't you think like a while back there was this big swing with, being, like a push for America to be irreligious with, okay, don't say Merry Christmas, it's Happy Holidays.
I don't know if there was
Hillary Clinton said things like, Easter worshipers do this. And I look at like societies in generations as pendulum swings. Like you have this pendulum swing where there was this, okay, be irreligious, don't say anything about Jesus, right? And then all of a sudden now you
that's
have
in
this
the Constitution, though,
swing.
right? Like there's no established religion. So like that would be
religion.
Yeah, like America, like the event aimed at May 17th, 2026 is to dedicate the nation to the Christian faith. Is that not a state religion?
Yeah, I would agree. I would have a little bit of an issue with that. I'm a Christian, but I mean, I don't.
So I think that the point was that America, and it's like in the Constitution, in the First Amendment, especially with the Establishment Clause, is saying that there is no like preference to any kind of religion or like any kind of dedication to a singular religion. That there's freedom of and there's freedom from. So there's the freedom to practice whatever religion, and then there's the freedom to be like away from that. So it's a secular rule, if you ask me. Like it's trying to say, there's a separation of the church and the state. And I think that having a national day of prayer that is state mandated or government like mandated goes against that.
Mandated.
Well, I just mean also, that they're declaring it by, like the government is doing this, right? Like it's our taxpayers are. So
if there is
are funding it.
So if there's a dedication to a particular day, do you think that there should be that's okay? Like for like it's Gay Pride Month or Black History Month or like
those
a
aren't
national.
Religions.
No, but it's what is it?
That's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. The difference between a religion.
But there is it's a national thing that, would you say that that's mandated?
Well,
it's not mandated. It's not a mandated thing.
Well, I like it or declared or whatever you want to call it. I maybe mandated is a word that you don't like to use, but I'm what I'm saying is that it's like government, like the government, the taxpayers' funds are being used to establish this May 17th National Prayer and Jubilee Day. Also, there like Pam Bondi, who was just fired, was heading up the like strike team on anti-Christian rhetoric, which was a government like that was also like being paid for by taxpayers. I would argue that that's unconstitutional.
Also, I wanted to bring up, because you brought up the fact of this whole, I don't know if you said war, so I'm not going to say like you said it verbatim, but you said that there was this shift of people saying Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas and telling people not to. That wasn't people saying not to say Merry Christmas. It was being more inclusive of the fact that during the month of Christmas, there's also other cultures and religions that are also celebrating their own holidays. So it was just a matter of let's be a little more inclusive to the fact that not everybody in America is celebrating Christmas around this month. There's also people celebrating Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. What other isn't there like 4 or 5 other like cultural holidays that are happening at the same time as Christmas in America?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's like pagan holidays. There's like Yule. I don't know.
Right, Yule. Like it's just saying that
Festivus
hey,
for the
we have
rest
a
of us. Sorry, that's a
right, like
Seinfeld reference.
no, you're good, but no, like it wasn't saying you can't say Merry Christmas. You could still say Merry Christmas. No one's gonna get mad and be like, "How dare you?" It's just
No,
there's
there
like
was
I might not
actually
celebrate Christmas.
employers that were saying that you shouldn't say Merry Christmas. You should. We're going to
Well,
say Happy Holidays.
I would say like if it's a government, like if it's taxpayer funded, then religion shouldn't really play a part at all, because unless churches or like, you know, the shit like churches get taxed, they're getting free representation, right?
Right.
Like I think that's messed up.
That would go for any nonprofit, right?
No, I'm saying like government.
Nonprofits are tax exempt.
No, they're tax exempt, but they're not government. Like
well, is there
NGOs,
churches
like
is
for
funded
instance,
by the
an
government?
NGO is a non-government organization that it would be, you know, a lot of times those are nonprofits. Nonprofits just mean that they're exempt from taxes because they don't really make a profit.
And churches would fall under that, right?
That nonprofits
they're
exactly
different
push,
from
like
they're like religious or
either.
Churches are like a religious entity, like
but
so
in
like,
regards to contributions, they are essentially a
they're
charity.
not like a 501c3. They're, what are they? Oh, they are a 501c3.
I'm sorry. Last time I checked, though, there's not a lot of nonprofits that are pushing, like, you know, for laws to be made for against people or
Really?
like I'm what?
Really?
If you can educate me, please do. Is there a nonprofit?
There's
that's
plenty
like,
of nonprofits that do that. You can donate to many on the left and on the right that do exactly what you're talking about.
Give me an example, please.
Well,
if you will, I will say
there's
I'm
like
wrong.
Advocacy that goes on with nonprofits, but what I'm more like talking about is like, say like a state organization, like a university that is considered like state employees and stuff. They say that you know, we're gonna give you a day off for this Christian holiday. That to me, but like then they won't give you a day off for maybe like a Muslim holiday. That seems unfair, and it would be exactly what the Constitution is trying to address with the First Amendment. Does that make sense? Like we shouldn't be giving preference to any singular religion. Hello? Did I lose everybody?
No, I was doing dishes. I
okay.
didn't want you to hear the water running. Plus, especially when, even though it's not like our national religion, it is our religion. It is the religion of the country that is the most represented than any other religion in the country. So it seems a little weird to add like another thing when it is quite literally one of the most represented religions in our country.
Benny and I think Gemini. Hey, thanks for the conversation. I got to run.
Oh, okay.
I appreciate the time. So
you're fine. Have a good day. All right, Gemini. Oh, thank you, Edward.
Ooh,
wow,
nice.
That's awesome. I appreciate that. Have a good day. Good conversation.
No, generally nice guy. Like I hope I wasn't being rude or nothing.
No.
I didn't think he was rude.
What was your story? I do have some guests on the YouTube end, and like, so if you want to join in on that conversation, you got to go to the URL. Unfortunately, I don't have a way to bridge for guests. But
there's a way to do it.
I know. Justin knows how to do it, but what I was gonna say is
I'll make the story quick then.
Yeah, what's your story?
Okay, so I'm not good at debating. I will be honest. I'm decent. I could follow depending on the topic, but I'm not good at retaining information. So I decided to do something that I am pretty good at, which is interviewing and having conversations. So I was doing MAGA interviews where I would ask MAGAs the questions. It was basically, you know, the usual, what state are you in, your age, why did you vote? And then I had this specific, like, basically it's a three-way question. That's basically one. So it is, what do you want for the future of the country and how do conservatives get us there? And this dude, because I knew you would like it because you like talking about Christianity, not like that, but like it's one of your topics.
Yeah.
This dude said, I want to build churches on school grounds to make America more Christian.
Yeah, it's like the Christian nationalist ideal right there. And like that goes against like what Jesus is trying to even like get at, right? I mean, as far as what most Christians understand it as, I would say that they contradict themselves a little bit with Paul and like, you know, this whole grafting and then Acts and going out and evangelizing and stuff, because like, how do you not speak publicly, you know, and evangelize?
Oh no, but it got worse. It got worse because I asked him what did he mean, because I was thinking he was meaning like more Christian schools, you know what I mean, more Catholic schools. No, he meant like on
like an actual
church.
On
the playground, a legitimate church. And I asked him, why do you want there to be a church on school grounds? And he said, and I'm telling you, it was a crazy. He said, if you build a church on school grounds and some Christian kids, like kids that are religious, go into the church and pray during lunch, some kids that aren't Christian are going to hear the kids in the church praying, and they're going to be like, I wonder what's going on in there. And then they're going to want to go in the church and then want to learn about Christianity and then become Christian. And then more kids are going to be during PE and lunch be like, hey, there's kids in there praying. I want to know why they're praying. And bam, now kid. I was like, what dots are you connecting? Because what? No.
I guess like in that case, then would he be okay with like a satanic temple?
Oh no, he said he did. No, he did. He said he would be okay with like he was saying like if it needed to not be a church but like a classroom, like a Christian classroom, like a club hall. He was like, I'd be okay with other religions having those. And I was like, they do have those. I'm like, I was like, my school had a Christianity Bible study club. And he's like, I don't want it to be a club. I want it to be a dedicated room for Christian students and for people to go in and learn about Christianity. And I was like,
if it's after hours, there's tons of rooms.
Right. And I even said, is your problem your kid? Because I was like, if that's the case, why not just send your kid to Catholic school? I was like, and he was like, no, I feel like his reason was, if every kid in America becomes more Christian, we will have less violence in America. Because when America was I kid you not, when America was 95% Christian, he loved the 95. When America was like 95% in like Christian,
the 1600s.
Yes, when America was 95% Christian, we were the most peaceful. With a straight face, Benny. With a straight face.
Like, so when they were slave owners? Like, what?
Yeah, he didn't like that one. He was like, but Christianity, he said Christianity helped us free the slaves.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I gotta. This guy is sorry. I'm like this guy on YouTube is this Greg. I want to talk to this guy. Hey Gemini. So you're not gonna be able to hear him though if you're up. So you got to drop though if you want to listen to this guy. He says he's this neo-Nazi.
Oh, I'll drop then. Thank you for letting me up. I'll come back up later if you need me to.
Greg, are you there? Thanks, Gemini. Greg, are you there? You gotta unmute. Greg? Hello, Greg? Wait.
Greg? Yo, hello?
Hold on. You should be able to hear me. You could turn off the stream now. You should be able to hear me through the thing. So, Greg, what's your age, real quick?
I am 21.
So, you're saying you're possibly a neo German 1930s supporter.
No, I wasn't around that time, you know.
No. But you support you think that Hitler had it right?
I think his writings, his speeches, his policies were good. I do think he went too far when it came to persecuting some people that were not involved. But other than that, I think he's a misunderstood historical figure, and he has a bad narrative, you know?
Why do you think
Because I'll tell you why. Because our history books, you know, they always
Yeah,
preach
club.
that he's the villain. He's the villain of World War II. He's the most evil man. But if we think about it, Joseph Stalin killed 30 million people. Vladimir Lenin killed, I think, 12 million, more than Hitler. So I just hate this narrative.
Are people saying that Stalin and Lenin are good people?
No, but I hate that we're pushed this propaganda that Hitler was the most evil man in the world or of all time.
Well, I mean, have you heard of like the atrocities of the Holocaust?
I think the Holocaust is over exaggerated.
Why? There's like
because they
mass
never
graves.
Yeah. I'm not disputing that.
There's like documented. There's like lists.
Yeah, and the documents
there's
say
rosters.
it was not 6. Yeah, it was not 6 million. It was somewhere between 200,000 and 400,000. They never found the gas that was traced in the walls, and if the gas was that powerful, it would kill the soldiers.
You don't know what Zyklon B is?
No, it was called something else, or like, and it doesn't make sense logically. It would kill the soldiers who were guarding the camps.
So this is misinformation. Thank you.
It's
by
not
the way,
misinformation. You could search it up.
Yeah,
there was
actually
pools at the camps. There were soccer games at the
this
camps.
Is disinformation.
Wait,
Like-
you don't deny that there were pools at the camps and soccer fields? You could search it up, by the way.
Pools and soccer fields. Yeah, like there
Yeah.
are prisoner camps like that were in Italy that held like European prisoners. It wasn't just like
Talking about
death
Hitler,
camps.
though.
I'm talking about like Warsaw. I'm talking about like the Poland like death camps. They did start off with like, oh, we're just gonna put them in these facilities, and then it turned quickly into this like great solution that was ethnic cleansing. It was a genocide.
Wait, ethnic cleansing? That doesn't make sense. Jews are not from Europe, though. Like they were living there, but they're not
an
from Europe.
ethnicity. They're an ethno religion.
Yeah, but I thought
and it was more than just
has to do with
the Jewish people
killing people off of their land.
What?
Right?
No.
Like,
do you
like
have
what
any,
the Israelis are doing.
Do you
Wait,
have
like
do you,
what the
like,
Israelis
do you
are doing to the
understand? Like, do you
Palestinians?
hear what you're saying? Which is
Do you
like
hear what
funny.
no, correct me. I thought ethnic cleansing is like killing a group of people off of their land, like kicking them out.
No, it's like deleting
Like
a
what the
whole
Israelis are
like
doing.
ethnicity. Like it's a cleansing an ethnicity or whatever. Like it's deleting a whole ethnic people.
Yeah, no, I'm not denying that, but I thought it also had to do with
I mean, yeah,
kicking
in a way,
somebody
like
out.
getting them out of their like borders or whatever would be similar.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
Like in
but
a
Jews aren't
scale.
from Europe. Jews aren't from Europe, though.
So
they're a nationless people.
And
I'm just saying, if you study history, all the evil atrocities.
I don't think you
all the
study
evil
history or
ideologies-
like
No,
have
I
like
have all of them.
I
All
don't
of the
think-
founders were Jewish.
I think that you're like
Karl
an
Marx was
edgelord
Jewish.
that wants
Karl
to
Marx was
just
Jewish.
like be contrarian and like espouse a horrible dumbass from history. The guy ended up
Are you
in a bunker with his girlfriend and we know how that ended.
Wait,
Yes.
you think he?
The guy was
killed himself
was
or
a
what?
war criminal how many times over? The Nuremberg trials like proved that. Like they had they hung him by a rope
That's
like
just
all of those
hypocrisy,
guys.
though. That's just hypocrisy.
There was
The Nuremberg trials were
it
held
was
by.
anti-science. It was
Wait. The
anti,
Nuremberg.
you know, like just it was just like bad all around. Like that is almost like objectively bad. Like I would almost start arguing for objective morality on that
that's
end.
Hypocrisy. Wait, are you listening? The Nuremberg were held by the British and the Soviets, which both of them have committed all sorts of war crimes. Like it's just a hypocrisy.
Yeah, and sometimes
Winston
like
Churchill
arguments from
killed 3 million
hypocrisy does not
Winston
make like two
Churchill
bad
was a
things
war
does not make a
criminal.
right
You know that,
thing.
right?
Right? I don't
Winston
care.
Churchill was a war
I
criminal. Why wasn't
understand
he
that.
arrested?
I understand that.
Yeah.
Do you see me like saying that Winston Churchill should be like praised? He also.
No, but you're bringing up the Nuremberg trials like an idiot. Like what the heck?
Because
like yeah, they were
like
captured.
do you know like about like twin testing?
Captured.
Do you know like the details of what they did to like innocent people?
Yeah, it's all a lie. Most of it was a
lie. How can you prove that?
Yeah, dude. History is written by the winners, dude.
No,
the Allies
that's
won,
a really
dude.
dumb statement. Like,
what do you mean?
One of the
it's
first
true.
historians was.
It's true.
No, history a lot of times is affirmed by things.
Okay,
right?
let's see if you know your history. Why did
legend isn't?
Okay. Why did Hitler invade Poland? I want to see if you know your history.
Why did Hitler like the Blitzkrieg?
No, why did Hitler invade Poland, the country Poland, during World War II?
Well, it was part of expanding the like Reich, right? So like he was trying to get Poland and Austria,
the original territories of Germany.
Right.
He didn't want to start a war.
He blitzkrieged.
And
then he
fun
didn't
fact, you can
stop.
search it up. He asked for peace. This is what's wrong. This is what is up with you guys. You guys actually don't know history. Hitler asked for peace numerous times with Britain and France.
Lebensraum. It was the like idea, the living room. Like he was opening up the Jew like or the German like, you know, Reich, this 1,000-year Reich that was going to take over. It was pure authoritarianism.
What's wrong with What's wrong with autocracy, dude? Look at what democracy has brought us. It's brought us, you know, politicians molesting children,
dude.
Working.
You're like on like an online forum right now, expressing your own opinion, and you're saying what's wrong with like or that democracy's got it wrong, like the free exchange of ideas.
Democracy doesn't elect the right people. They elect the people who sound good. No,
hey,
democracy.
Greg, practice what you preach and shut the fuck up. You want to feel authoritarianism? Here, there's authoritarianism for you. Does that get you off when I mute you?
He feels so strong about that.
Yeah, well, you're the one who likes authoritarianism. You're the sub.
Yeah, the government.
I'm the dom
right now.
in this.
We live right now.
See, like right now. See that? Do you like that? That's me being an authoritarian. Do you like that when I shut you up? Because that's what authoritarianism is, all right? Like I can just decide. So did you like that?
Did you unmute me? Oh yeah, you did.
Did you like that?
I thought you were a Democratic fag.
Oh, crashing out now. No, I am saying you like this, right? You want authoritarianism, right?
I want autocracy.
You want autocracy?
Yeah, autocracy.
Why?
Because democracy has failed us. Just look at our country right now, you know? Just look at our country right now.
As Greg is expressing his opinion, he's saying that democracy has failed us.
Yeah, our two options were Kamala Harris and Trump, both horrible candidates.
That's like every presidential like running. Like it's always like fucking piece of shit.
The media doesn't give coverage on third parties. I would love to elect a third party, but the media doesn't give coverage to them,
dude.
Where it could be a fair election.
You shouldn't even have an opinion. You want autocracy. You want authoritarianism. You don't get a vote.
because
you
the
would just have to
media.
deal with what you get. So like complaining, like what you're doing right now, that's not a freedom
You're
that you would
complaining
have.
as well, dude. You're a little.
Yeah, I'm not trying to see. Once again, there you are. You're muted. That's me being an authoritarian. Authoritarian. It's me being a dictator. So, do you like that? Do you like it when you're just like muted and just like shut up completely?
It doesn't bother me. It's not the end of the world, you know.
I know, but like, do you want that? Like, I'm saying in a larger sense, like where you don't have an opinion. If you express your opinion, then you're thrown into perhaps a death camp.
Wait, I have a question. Do you think everybody should vote?
Yeah, I think that people with a that have the ability to think critically should be able to vote.
That's where we disagree.
Why?
I'll tell you why. Dude, your average American doesn't know the 3 branches of government. I've seen it all the time. I ask many of my American fellow citizens, they can't even name the 3 branches of government. They can't even name.
Can you name the 3 branches?
Legislative, executive, judicial.
Okay. So it sounds to me like you actually like American civics.
The founding fathers had a great idea.
So
Listen,
why are you trying to say that like the Holocaust and everything was a lie, and that Hitler was this good person and all these things, but then you're also trying to like go in the completely like 180-degree direction and say, oh no, like I like the free exchange of ideas. I like the having a vote, and the choice of
I understand that. No, I understand that. The problem is it has gone too far. The founding fathers did not expect America like today, where everybody could vote. Sorry, I'm not going to use that word, but people who just don't have an idea of what this country was founded on can vote. We elect pedophiles. We all that stuff. Like it has gone too far. And there's only 2 options, Democratic and Republic. Like I want more options.
You want autocracy though. You want like
now
the person with the most power just takes it.
Yes.
Well, the people with the most power at the moment are basically doing what you want.
No, I hear this a lot by you. You're a liberal, right? Is that accurate to say you're a liberal?
I'm not a liberal.
Okay, well, people who like hate Trump. Listen, I don't like Trump either, but people who really hate Trump, yeah, you guys keep telling me that he's an authoritarian, but he's not. Like I wish
you
he
don't
was.
think that like unilaterally deciding to
he's
bomb
not arresting
Iran
people.
Is not authoritarian in its way. He is arresting people. What are you talking about?
No,
the FCC is also shutting down media outlets.
Yeah, but based off of history,
Mussolini, the history, for instance, Mussolini, the Black
Francisco
Hand,
Franco,
El
Hitler,
Fascista, yes,
Joseph Stalin, all the dictators, they usually arrested people who
they would take over the media.
Why hasn't it?
They would control the media. They would control education.
Which Trump doesn't, right?
Yeah, he is. He have you not heard about like the mergers with was it Columbia? Paramount, and
they own CNN, right?
And HBO and Warner Brothers now, and all these other things. But they had to do things that Trump wanted, like get rid of Colbert.
Wait, they got rid of Colbert, really?
Yeah, he got canned because
the
FCC wouldn't sign off on the merger with Paramount until they did that.
I still see a lot of whiners on CNN though. Like they're critical of Trump.
CNN just got bought out with the Warner Brother deal. So,
but Trump doesn't own Warner Brothers though.
For not much longer.
It's
hey,
Gemini.
Oh, you can hear me?
By Larry Ellison.
Yeah, you're both on.
Okay, just making sure. We need to back up 15 steps because.
Sure.
What are you? Okay, so a lot has been said. First off,
yeah.
I want to go back to what Benny said because Benny was already having a good point. You can't 1 minute say you want basically an authoritarian government and bitch and complain. You got to pick or choose, because one of the whole reasons that you can even
I'm not
complain
bitching.
is you kind of are, because you're saying, "Oh my God,"
No,
you literally just brought
I
up a
mean you
whole
guys too.
point.
Aren't you guys disappointed of our country right now?
I'm disappointed in my country, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna sit here and
Yeah,
say we need
That's the
to have a
beauty
yeah.
of
You're
dictator
like
government. Like
we.
I
I'm
can
pretty sure
yeah.
you
acknowledge
guys
the
are mad
fact.
about the Iran war. I'm mad as well. It's
Creepers.
stupid.
No, right. I'm mad about the Iran war, but that's not me now gonna sit here and say we need a dictator and an authoritarian. No,
Dude, what?
we need
50
to.
years of our options have been Democratic or Republican. Look at what they brought us. We've invaded, I think, 30 countries
So
since World
let's
War.
just go full Schnazi, huh?
Right,
Well,
There's
shit,
no in
Greg.
between. There's no like ranked choice voting. There's no other option other than authoritarianism.
Like, no, Benny, this is the definition of
yeah,
dang it.
because third parties aren't available.
Benny, this is the definition of damn. I got termites in my house. Well, time to burn down the whole neighborhood block. Fuck this
Right.
house now. We got termites. Got to burn
Okay,
the whole
what are
block
your
down.
guys'
Like, oh,
solutions then? What are
the
yours guys' solutions then?
A ranked
Democrat
choice
and Republican,
for
another 50
one.
years of.
educate. Oh, no. Do you want an answer? Genuinely,
Yeah.
young
Go
person.
ahead.
Let Gemini
I was
talk.
just finishing my question, but go ahead.
No, young person. We need to educate our voters more. I will agree with you earlier. What you said about a lot of voters nowadays are not educated. Completely agreed. A lot of people don't know how to research specific policies. Like you said, they don't know the powers of government. They don't know how to properly educate themselves on politicians. We need to push for more education in the common man and woman to know who they're voting for and why they're voting for them. That's one part. Second part we need to do is a lot of deconstruction in our society. For too long, we've let too much negative things plague our country and the minds of our people that have never been corrected, such as racism, homophobia, sexism, ableism, and so on and so forth. So we need to educate our social side, which is on the people, and educate our political side, which is again on the people. If you want to solve this problem, I will agree with you. Your solution, though, of just burn down all of it, let's just go straight to evil dictator Palpatine, that's not going to work. Your true
Dude, we
solution
live in an
should
evil
be
government
pushing
right now, dude.
education. We do, and your solution should
Yeah.
be pushing education for people to vote smarter
Yeah.
and better.
Or
The only
like
reason Trump got into
overturn
power is because people didn't
Dude,
know who to vote for. Because you brought up that Harris and Trump were both
what?
equally bad. Did you know
They're
any of
both bad
Harris's
options.
policies? Did you know
I
any of
don't think
Harris's
they're both
policies?
equally
Oh yeah,
bad.
no, Harris was okay. I'll tell you about Harris. Harris was very bad. She was on The View. She was given a chance to explain her policies, how different she is from Biden. She couldn't answer. That was a big red flag for me.
Yes, he
And
could. She did multiple times.
no, she
She had a
wasn't. She said
whole list.
I couldn't
She had
think,
a
quote
list.
unquote.
Do you think that that's
No. On
comparable
The View.
to like being a 34-time convicted
I'm-
felon? Do you think that that's
Go again?
comparable? Do you think that that's comparable to like having multiple like schmex assault
Dude, they're both bad, dude.
charges?
Harris wasn't
They
even
were both
elected.
bad.
She
They were
wasn't even
like
elected by the Democratic
one is like
Party.
not preferable, and then the other one is just like straight dog shit, right?
Like literally, Benny, comparing Harris to Trump is like comparing a baseball bat to a tank and being like, I can't tell the difference between the baseball bat and the tank.
Right.
Or
Yeah. It's like looking at
you're
a
comparing
mouse and an elephant and being like, I have no idea. I can't see the difference.
Shit, no, Benny. This is no, Benny. It's like over here saying I gotta choose between getting a tattoo or stripping the skin off my arm. I just can't tell the difference. They're both
there's no
She
difference
was
there.
pro fracking, and then she was I think it was the other way around. She was anti fracking, and then all of a sudden she became pro fracking.
Okay. Whoop-de-doo. Like,
dude, what a freaking stick with your
stance.
policies.
Her stance on fracking natural gas is a little flip floppy. She's just as bad as the sex offender.
And then she copied. Listen, I don't support Trump, but she's just Trump.
She's just as bad as the sex offender.
Greg,
she copied. Hey, she slept her way in office. Let's not forget, she slept her way.
Here we go.
You don't think that Trump didn't sleep with a bunch of fucking
date
people?
A guy that had 3 other girlfriends.
So obviously you're just a misogynist. I say that she's a pimp for that. Hey, good for her.
Hey, you want a pimp for president?
The woman who went
we already
to
have one.
And the girl who went to college in California was a whole fucking prosecutor in California.
Right.
and also worked her way into government, slept her way to the
Yeah. How many
women
primaries did she win? How many primaries did she win? 0. That's not very
How many
democratic.
primaries did Trump debate in?
Oh, dude, he didn't have to debate because he was polling like 40%. Like, why would he have to
Dude,
debate?
you are like all over the place. You hated Trump, and now you just like love
I
the
don't.
dude.
Yeah, I do. I don't like Trump. I don't like Trump. He's horrible.
What's the point in bringing up how many did Kamala Harris win
Trump.
when he himself
I
didn't
can't
even
with you guys. Like, you guys need to get some
She wasn't elected.
consistency.
She wasn't
dude.
elected though.
Hey,
Trump was elected
Greg,
at least.
Greg, here's some advice, Greg. I'm gonna be authoritarian again. Unmute you. Get some consistency, dude. Like, if you're gonna take a stance, like, go all the way in that stance. If you're gonna like half-ass it, whole-ass it. Okay? Do you understand me? Say yes.
Did you unmute me? Oh yeah, you unmuted me.
Say yes.
No, you guys
say
have to be
yes.
consistent. You
Say
guys have
yes,
to be
master.
consistent.
I understand.
You literally haven't been consistent, dude. I had
You
to
guys,
join
okay?
up here.
What? Are you serious?
You haven't been consistent.
Was Trump elected in the Republican primary? Yes or no?
Well, yeah, of course he was. But did
Okay,
he?
yeah,
did
he
he
was.
debate?
Was
did he
Harris
have
elected?
to debate at all?
He was elected.
Okay, so
Harris wasn't elected. You see, you're not even consistent with your
she
own
was
democratic
elected.
principles.
There's
You're not
you
even-
have to the electors agreed, and
no,
none of that. Like, I don't even care. I agree that yeah, maybe she should have ran a primary in 90 days or whatever.
Okay,
whoop-de-doo. It still doesn't like change the fact that we're stuck with a warmonger that unilaterally decided.
Trump's
Like,
a cuck for Israel.
I don't know
like
why
cucks
you're
for
saying you
Israel.
don't like him, because
Again,
he
he's a
espouses
cuck.
everything that you want.
No, his policies suck.
Just gave us the definition, like we said. He sat here and was like, I see a cat to my left, and I see a fucking bewilderbeast on my right. I can't fucking pick. Both the cat and the wildebeest are equally evil. They both have claws. They both have sharp teeth. Holy
I think they
fucking
are, man.
like,
They're both owned by APAC though.
I know you think they're the same. You haven't.
Yeah, they are because they're both owned by APAC. Hello, APAC.
Yeah, APAC owns a lot of people. That's where I was gonna say, like, dude, instead of authoritarianism, maybe like fight for getting like money out of politics, like Citizens United.
Yeah,
right.
We should get rid of lobbyists.
I would be behind you, because again, no one here is going to deny that we have some corruption in our system. Again, I'm not. Me and Benny are not denying that. What we're saying is your option of saying, fuck our democratic system, fuck voting, let's just go full Schmittler and take over the country and make it to where some people can't
we need
vote.
nationalism. We need pride. Nobody's proud anymore.
People are proud.
No, according to a survey, 40% of Gen Z, 40% of Gen Z, I think actually more, but like 40 to 50% of Gen Z aren't proud Americans. According to a
currently
article,
right? Like, you
because
can.
there's so many problems in our society, dude. Do you know how many people are unaliving just for the fact that they exist? What are you talking about?
There's a lot of things to be proud of our country. We're the country of the Industrial Revolution, the airplane.
Yeah, I understand.
Of racism and slavery and homophobia and transphobia. What are you talking about?
Pause.
Sorry, Benny.
So here's the thing: is that you can be disappointed in your country, but still love your country, right? Like, you can still love the freedom that you have, right? Like, the ability to express your disappointment, right? So you can say, like, I'm not proud to be an American right now. You know, like, that doesn't mean that
history,
forever and ever you're not proud of being an American or anything like that. Like, I mean, personally, I like the freedoms that I have here, but I see those freedoms getting narrower instead of expanding, and I don't like that. So I like the fact that I could say, no, I'm not so happy with America right now. That in fact, it's embarrassing. You know, like, that this whole situation with Iran is embarrassing. There's been times like this in the past. You know, like, there was with Jimmy Carter. You know, we had flub after flub with Iran, and it was embarrassing. Even before then, like, there's gaffes and goofs all the time, but it's like every single fucking day. with Trump. I don't even think like, and I'm not saying that Kamala Harris was this like beacon of light or anything like that, but for fuck's sake, she would have fucking at least made it so we didn't think the world was ending like every single second.
We wouldn't have had multiple U.S. citizens unaliving to ICE, I'll tell you that much. Or we wouldn't have cancer research defunded, I'll tell you that much. Or we wouldn't have kids in high school yelling "Your body, my choice" to girls at school. I can tell you that. Like, there's a lot of shit that.
Oh
would
wait,
not
we
be
disagree
happening
there.
if
That's just a
Harris was in
fundamental
prison.
disagreement.
So
How
like,
is that
I'm
a
pro-life.
fundamental
Yeah,
you're
that's where we
pro-life,
just split.
but you think that that Hitler and the Schnazis had
Sorry, let
had
me
it
elaborate.
right.
Yeah,
and that,
let me
and that-
elaborate. I'm
dude,
pro.
you
yeah.
gotta
love
have
how
some
Innocent life.
consistency, my dude.
I
this
am
guy just
consistent.
outed himself as a Nick Fuentes supporter because no way me saying because boys in high school are yelling "Your body, my choice." This man said
It's-
I'm pro-life, so I disagree, motherfucker. That is not what I'm talking about. But okay, fucking like, dude.
Nick Fuentes, are you serious? Who brought him up?
Dude, listen,
Dude, you're the one that like
listen.
tried to like push like 18 different talking points that come like directly out of Nick Fuentes' mouth.
Like literally, dude, listen, because again, especially as you tried to bring up young Gen Z, because again, I'm also Gen Z. I'm 21. Your entire because again, when you're bringing up the fact of a lot of people in America, especially the younger generation, is not very pleased with America. Again, I'm not going to disagree with you there. That again comes from different people's opinions of America, but equally, it's not like there isn't a reason people aren't happy. Do you not know about how much of America right now is ignoring people's mental health, which is actually going into why people are not liking the country? Do you know how many people in Gen Z right now can't even get a job? Of course they're not liking the country. They can't even get a job. They can't even get an apartment.
Yeah.
We were told when
Dude,
we
I agree,
graduated
dude.
high school, right? So again, but again, your option to this is let's go
Dude,
authoritarian
it's-
dictatorship and just burn down the
Yeah.
oh my fucking God.
No, that's not my what, dude.
Literally was your entire claim was
Are you
we
gonna
need
Yeah,
to go
pivot?
but
Are you
further.
pivoting again? Like, dude,
No, wait,
please,
do we
at
agree?
least
BlackRock should be destroyed. We agree, right?
BlackRock, the like hedge fund.
The company that buys homes and raises the prices.
Yeah,
that's
sure. Like, I
yeah.
think that
That's why Gen
monopolies
Z
should
can't
be
afford a home
dissolved.
because of these elitist companies, these elite
Yeah,
companies.
well, you know what? The person that you said is better than Kamala Harris supports
No, I didn't
type
say
of
that.
like
Whoa,
elitism.
whoa! I didn't say that. I said Trump, Kamala, both bad candidates. I don't support
Okay,
either.
all right.
Okay, sure,
Even though you
but
were
again,
like,
Dude, I'd rather support
running
Bernie
apologetics
Sanders,
for
bro.
Trump just a little bit ago.
This doesn't reject Benny's whole point though of to say, because again, if you can sit here and acknowledge that corporations are buying up homes, that is raising the price, making it harder for younger people to both buy housing, but also making it harder for older people to retire, you would equally need to acknowledge that if Harris would have got into power, again, because Harris had a plan to subsidize contracting companies to build more homes and give many, is it 25 or $28,000?
Oh yeah, for the first time home buyer stuff. Yeah, at least there was some incentive
to address that. She
yeah,
had an entire
I have a
plan to
rebuttal.
address
I have
the
a
current
rebuttal.
housing problem.
My rebuttal is Kamala Harris had a chance to prove it for 4 years and she didn't do anything.
She was
couldn't
the
even
vice
secure
president.
the border.
Do you think the vice president has any like fucking power, like actual power?
Yeah, vice presidents. Yeah, they have a lot of power. Right?
Okay, show what is JD Vance done other than like unalive the Pope?
Oh no, JD Vance sucks, dude. I'm telling you, the administration right now sucks, dude.
Can you like maybe Dick Cheney? He did have some power, but I would say that that's not because he was.
Oh
like,
yeah, he's
I'm about to say,
yeah,
Dick Cheney was just
he was
corrupt. He was just corrupt.
He was like a
he was
worm
the
tongue.
killer.
He was like Grimmel
He
worm
was a
tongue.
killer.
He had a hand on everybody's shoulder in some way, shape, or form. But
Greg, I don't think you, in your heart of hearts, I don't think you actually like believe like half the shit you're saying. I feel like it is like edgelord, like you're trying to
very much like
I don't even know what that
you're
means.
trying to
I'm
sound
not
like
gonna lie, I don't know what that
edgy.
means.
You're trying to sound
Edgelord?
edgy and like provocative.
it's giving very like you
guys.
You don't like, you equally don't like the way the country is going, and you can acknowledge the
Yeah, so you
problems.
want to be
But
like,
you're
We
oh,
also
live in a
we need
dictatorship
Hitler
right now.
We need Hitler
Wait,
because we're not happy with the country, so we need to like completely just burn everything to the ground, scorched earth,
not burning
wipe,
any.
you know, like
What? I
tabula
didn't say anything
rasa,
about burning.
wipe the slate clean.
It's Benny, or not Benny, Greg. It's a figure of speech. It's a figure of speech, dog. Burning down
Scorched.
just means
Oh,
you feel
sorry.
like we
Yeah,
scorched
scorched
earth. It's a
earth.
figure of speech.
I
But
want
that's
to protect our nation, dude.
cool. You want to protect our nation.
By
Authoritarianism
ruining
and
it.
white nationalist is not
No,
the
dude,
option.
nationalism protects the nation. It's
No.
nationalism. It's
doesn't.
national
No, it does
pride.
not. No, it does not.
Explain
No, it
this
does
then.
not.
Explain this. When Hitler came in power in 1933, there were well before that there were 7 million homeless Germans, and when Hitler came in power, they all had a job either in the military or in manufacturing. Hitler knew what he was
Fucking
doing.
people who were throwing people in prison and unaliving another half of that country. What are you? Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no,
what are you talking about?
no, Benny.
Bread was $200, and when Hitler came in power, I think it went back to I forgot how much, but very cheap, but very affordable.
Yeah, because people were being ripped out of their homes and slaughtered.
No,
What
because
are we?
Hitler fixed the economy. He got rid
He
of the
didn't-
Rothschilds and all the
Benny,
selfish
Benny, are we
selfish
being fucked
bankers.
with? Benny, are we being fucked with right now? I feel like we're being fucked with.
Yeah,
I feel like
you're
this is
definitely a
like-
troll, dude. You
What?
have no idea what
I'm
you're
not
talking
troll.
about.
What?
Because they tried to force like that the economy was better or anything. Hitler was
Wait,
like,
do you deny that?
hemorrhaging
Do you
money.
deny?
He was
Wait, do you
hemorrhaging
deny
money.
that bread was affordable again when
Do
Hitler
you
came in
know
power?
how much he just like expended resources? That was like part of the main reason
you know-
why he was defeated, right? Because he
was defeated because
pushed his,
he
he
invaded
pushed his
Moscow.
resources way too far.
He invaded Moscow. That's why it was a
I
bad
mean,
idea.
that too.
In the winter.
Yeah, which was a huge
Yeah.
waste of resources for him. But you got to understand, dude. Like, read your
Dude,
history.
Free loans to families with 4 kids.
Oh my god,
That's a good
read
policy,
Your
man.
history,
you read your history. That's a real policy by Hitler. Search it up. Free loans
dude.
to
I
families
have a
with 4
degree
kids.
in history. I like it's modern American
Dude,
history
honestly, that
that I
doesn't
have
mean
an
anything
emphasis
anymore.
in.
This man is
This
really
was
keeping
bef-
so hard.
Dude,
for
when I
saying,
got my
listen,
degree, it was not anymore. Okay, it was a little while ago. So
Dude, the birth rate is low. Nobody's
Dude,
having children
and
anymore
who
in
cares
America.
about that? Who gives
We're
a
not-
shit
no,
about
no.
a birth rate?
See,
What?
we're not going to talk about the birth rate because the reason birth rate is so low is because, respectfully,
I don't give a shit about a
girls
birth
are
rate.
not trying
It's
to sleep
because
with
whites,
dudes
they've
that
lost
speak
their
like
pride.
this. Dude, no, girls are not trying to sleep with dudes that talk like this, dog. If you ever came to
No.
a girl and was talking like this, she is not trying to sleep with you. Let's get that out the way.
But
I'm
like,
sorry.
why would
I'm
you want to
sorry.
have kids if you can't like already feed the kids that are already out like in about right now? Like we have kids that are starving. Why are we like worried about the birth rate when there's kids starving? Like feed those kids first.
Like
And also make it easier for
people cannot pay rent. People cannot even get an apartment. I currently can't get a job or an apartment because these job numbers is fucked. What
Dude,
business do I
I
have
told
having
you
a
I'm
child?
against these corporations. I'm against these corporations.
Right,
I'm against
but-
these.
but
You keep
also,
bringing up
you're
these-
like
you keep bringing up these points. Like, why did you bring up then? If you can agree that the corporations are the reason why people cannot get these perks of living, why are you now going to people aren't having children? Yeah, because I'm broke.
No.
Yeah,
We should
because
get rid
I'm
of those
broke. What are you
corporations, and then
talking about?
people should have kids again. We should bring back kids. Get rid of the
Dog,
corporation. Get
again,
rid of the things that
dog,
are
and
destroying
Greg,
our society.
I don't mean this as an insult. I genuinely don't, Greg. The reason people are not having kids is literally the way you're talking right now. Ain't nobody trying to sleep with that. I'm sorry,
Dude,
dog. Ain't
I'm the
nobody-
exception, dude. What the heck? Yeah, you're right. Nobody talks like how I talk because people are
There
scared they're
is
gonna
a
get
lot of, no,
beaten
there's
up.
a lot of people who talk the way you talk, and I'm saying right
yeah, there's
now,
a
ain't
lot of people, and
You
you
are
guys are
not
in
the-
like
Not in
total-
public, though. Not in public.
Yes, in public.
A
Yes, in
lot of
public.
them are in public.
Wait,
Are you kidding
maybe
me?
I don't. Wait, what state did you say you're in, Greg? I'm from California. What state are you?
I'm
in?
from California as well.
Okay, then which part? Fresno?
Los Angeles.
Oh, you're okay. You're in LA. Okay, that's probably why. Go up more north, you'll hear it. Go to Fresno, you'll hear a lot of dudes talking the way you're.
Dude,
go
the
more
north is
towards-
cool, bro. Northern California is cool.
I didn't say it wasn't cool. I'm saying go more north and
Thanks,
you will
Roger.
meet more dudes that talk the way you talk. But again, when you're talking about, oh my God, the birth rate, that has a lot of factors to it. But one of the big factors is women are not trying to sleep with dudes that, one, don't respect them, two, don't value them, and three, say crazy shit. The crazy shit you're
Not even
saying.
true.
Yeah,
There's a
like,
study that shows women love bad boys.
when you
What are you
approach a
talking
girl
about?
and you're like, "Hey, Hitler had it right," yeah, she ain't gonna sleep with you, bro.
Bad
Wait,
boys
that
and
is
Yazis are two different things. Those
Yeah,
are not the same
when
thing.
you're
no.
when
There's
you're
a study
when
that
you're
showed
trying to pick
women
up a
love
girl.
abusive men.
Hey, hold on, authoritarianism again. When you're trying to like pick up a girl and you're like, hey, Hitler, was actually a really cool guy and it was just misunderstood, and that like Stalin also like killed a bunch of people, you're not gonna get laid, bro.
Bro,
I agree with you. No, I 100% agree with
I've
you.
never met a single girl that was like, I want a man just to tell me about how hot Hitler was. Oh my god, let me stroke him. Let me like, what the fuck are we talking about? Like,
Wait,
I've never
guys,
once
I'm not
heard girls
disputing that.
talk like that. What are we
So
talking
then
about?
why are you like talking like that?
No, I'm not disputing that. That's not going to give me pussy. Like I don't even want pussy right now. My goal is to
Well,
bring
yeah,
back our country.
that's what Nick Fuentes says too.
Why would you bring up that we're not having kids if you? Oh my, Benny, I feel like we're
No,
being
other
fucked with. This is
people.
a troll.
I'm the
This is
exception.
one
I'm
of
not
your
ready
fans,
to.
bro. Benny, this is one of your fans that's fucking with us. I'm telling you. This
No, I
fan
just
is
joined
fucking
here, bro.
with us.
No,
I
I
wish.
joined. This is my first time.
No,
dude.
sadly, he sounds a lot like people that I know that are young. It's just like, where did this come from? Like, get out of the house. Like, go to a concert. Go talk to a girl. Like
Go to a
actually,
concert when
and like, don't be a fucking weirdo. Like,
You don't need to go to a concert. Just
you don't have to
genuinely
like
make
be a
friends.
creep. Just like say
Right.
like, hi, my name is Greg. And you don't have to like be like, oh, what's up? Your chest is looking good today. You don't have to say anything like that. You could just be
Right.
like, hi, I'm Greg. What's your name?
Are you guys okay with Jeffrey Epstein? He may still be alive.
What
He
what are you
sex trafficked
talking
a bunch of
talking
kids.
about now?
No,
Is this
you
a
guys
bit?
seem
Benny,
comfortable.
are you
I'm not
pranking
comfortable
me?
with the
I
country.
feel like you set this up. I feel like you set this up to prank me. April Fool's is over, Benny. You can stop fucking with me. I feel like you're doing
Dude,
this.
no, why are you guys talking about going to a concert when there's literally children being sex trafficked, bro, by politicians?
Why are you bringing up?
No, I'm just saying, like, dude, the like male loneliness epidemic bullshit is like you're part of the like vicious cycle, right? You have to break the fucking cycle. The like shit that you've been like discussing this whole time, which you haven't had like a full like whole ass like stance on. You've just been like jumping around, like you don't know which way you want to go. Like, dude, first off, like get some convictions, because that's sexy to a lot of women, is a man with conviction. Get a little confidence, but don't like get into like looks maxing or shit like that. I mean, actually, I would say that that's like the opposite of confidence. You have to like be like completely like inconfident and everything for that one. But
build a genuine, enjoyable personality. Like I say this all the time, even as a young dude. Girls like a dude who is genuinely funny, and I'm not talking dark humor funny, like you make racist. No, like be genuinely fucking hilarious. Make people laugh. Then like girls would want to deal with you. If I had to count on my hand how many times I could just make people laugh comfortably and not feel like I'm saying anything weird or crazy, you get like. People enjoy being around people that are good people, and it is like genuine good. It's not subjective good. People that are genuinely good people that make everybody around them feel comfortable and safe is usually the people want to deal with. And the problem in our country is a lot of people don't want to acknowledge. And again, this is not towards you. I'm speaking in the general sense. A lot of people nowadays want to be assholes and don't want to admit that you are kind of an asshole, and there is a different path from that. It does involve getting rid of some of this ideology you're talking about. Because again, this ideology you're talking about is not good. I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah, like I get it's like edgy or whatever, and like oh, it's kind of funny or whatever, like because it's provocative. Like people think that Nick Fuentes is like, oh, he's really pushing the edge. He doesn't actually believe in this stuff. This really disgusting shit.
Because, dude, when you said that shit about there's a study of women who like being abused, like that right there, a girl is going to cut you off. Walk up to any woman and say, hey, there's a study that actually shows that women like being abused. Yeah, cut off, dog. What the fuck?
I think it's like 60%.
That's fucking weird, dude. That's weird.
You know that is weird. You should not
search
know
it
that.
up.
I don't give a shit. It's fucking weird. It's not gonna get you.
Yeah, it's weird. I agree. It's weird.
It's not gonna get you anywhere.
I agree,
dude. Like knowing that and like trying to share this weird, like I don't even know if it's true, but even like the fact that you're trying to share it is weird. Like, do you not hear what you're saying? Like, dude, get out, like, break the fucking spell. I don't know, like what, how to get these people to like snap out of it.
Wait, are you guys gonna vote for either JD Vance or Gavin Newsom in 2028?
No, what?
No. First off, again, as a left-leaning
That's
person,
the problem. You guys are gonna vote
bringing up Gavin Newsom
with the two
'cause
options.
No, see, here's the problem. Gavin Newsom is who Republicans think Trump is. Let's get that out the way. Everybody on the right would vote for Gavin Newsom if it really did come down to Gavin Newsom versus JD Vance. Gavin Newsom is the Republican conservative that
Yeah,
people
honestly,
think
he's
Trump
like a true
is.
neocon.
But again, I don't think Gavin Newsom's gonna be our running. Like, people are just saying it because he's popular, but he's not running for president. He's not doing it.
Now, like, protest voting, though, it gets me nowhere. As a gay man in a modern society, yeah, I'm gay, by the way.
You're gay?
Oh,
as an African American man,
you're a homosexual.
Like,
oh my gosh,
that doesn't do. I don't have the
you couldn't
privilege
pick
as a
up on
black
it.
man with mental health to not vote.
Bye,
That
Lauren.
is a privileged point of view. Also, bye, Lauren.
My friend Lauren said that you reminded her why she's single.
Yeah, I don't know who she is, so I couldn't, like, I don't know.
See,
I mean, I think honestly, you don't need to know who she is. She's speaking for like all
like,
of
is she
women.
attractive? Is she mid?
Like, no,
does she
I
have
mean,
good personality?
yeah,
Like, I don't
actually,
know.
she's
Like,
very attractive.
I'm not trying to impress her. Like, if she doesn't find my beliefs attractive, then I don't care. What?
Dog, nobody's gonna
Yeah,
find
nobody
that shit.
finds that shit attractive.
That's not even
The boys do. Us boys, we do.
Cool.
Are you
like,
gay?
Cool.
No.
Well, then, like, what's the point? I mean, that would make sense for a gay guy.
Well,
but
so you're
not-
wrong. There's some radical girls. You know that, right? There's some radical girls.
again-
I've seen them on Omegle.
Benny, please stop the prank. Benny, please
This
stop.
has got to be a prank.
Please.
Dude, I saw a girl who gave up a Nazi salute, and it was beautiful.
Benny.
I know for a fact that you don't feel shit like when you say that. Like that doesn't make you think it's funny, but like you're trying to be provocative.
It's true. You guys are claiming there's no.
You're trying to be provocative, dude. Like, it's so stupid.
Like, Benny, I'm laughing because this is depressing.
It is depressing.
Yeah, I agree.
Benny,
it's depressing that our country is shit right now.
Benny, these are
so
the
do something about it.
So glad, Benny.
Yeah, no, you do something to stop voting Democrat and Republican. Vote for a third party.
Benny,
Andrea?
These are moments that I'm so glad that I'm a black man, because like, if my mom was talking like this, like, there would be no ass.
Like at some point, like that's why I'm trying to talk to Greg here and like talk a little sense into him, because man, like,
Same, I'm not trying to be dickish at all. That's why I keep saying, like, I'm genuinely not trying to be a dick to you, Greg. I apologize if some of us come off that way. When I'm saying what I'm saying, I'm being the genuine. I'm not saying it to be insulting or anything, dude.
I think
all this stuff you are talking about is not good for you. I don't know.
No, it's good, man. It's good.
Down this road, I don't know if you're doing it for. I would rather you genuinely admit to me and Benny that you're like doing this for a bit than like tell me you genuinely believe.
My wallpaper is Hitler. My wallpaper is Hitler. I show my friends at school.
Yeah, because at school. So wait, are you in college?
Yeah, in college. I go to the University of San Diego, but I'm from LA.
I mean, like, university.
Sure.
Are you? I mean,
okay.
That's
you think
why
it's
I gotta
funny?
keep it low.
Like, I don't get it though. Like, what's the?
It's not funny.
You must think it's like provocative or something. I really don't think you subscribe to the ideology, because I don't think you even understand the ideology.
It's undeniable that Hitler cared about his people. It's undeniable that he actually had love for his people, the European people. It wasn't blonde hair, blue eyes. He had a love for all the people who are European.
No.
Dude.
Except for the Jews. though.
Yeah,
he didn't
Benny, listen. Because I fuck with you, dog.
Misinformation, dude.
Greg,
it's not disinformation. What are you talking about?
Greg, genuinely, we are in the same age group, dog. I mean this as someone who doesn't know you personally at all. We probably might never talk again. Dude, you need to you need to turn, like, in this hill you're driving down, you need to, like, U-turn.
Yeah, pump the brakes, dude.
Like,
yeah, but that's subjective, though. That's subjective, because we
forward. Like,
no, pump the brakes, dude.
No, genuinely, like, Greg, I'm trying to be for real. I need you to disconnect from whatever it is that's making you talk and think like that. I'm not even saying go completely left and like become a left-leaning person.
Right, like go camping or something. Like just turn it
Dude,
off.
I went to SeaWorld.
2-3 years, just
SeaWorld?
don't look into that shit. Like no, I'm talking about like the rhetoric. I'm talking about for 2-3 years. Like if you're subscribed to Nick Fuentes or any unsubscribe for them for a year and just be neutral and like
honestly, like go watch some anime or like go to a concert, dude. Like listen to some music.
How do you think I got
like,
here?
Dude,
Wait,
actually, like
neutral.
stop. You know what? We don't need you. We don't need you to care about politics or anything. Just like take a break. We got this. Like, you know what? Like you guys just take
lost the 2020
no. Take a break.
I mean,
sorry,
the
2020.
2024.
It was
2024.
2024 was still like I'm sure you were saying that Hitler was cool before that.
Trump because of
you were
guys.
definitely probably saying Hitler was cool before that. You need to take a little break.
Be a good boy.
You need to go touch some grass. I think.
I do touch grass. What are you talking about?
No, Benny, it ain't even touch some grass. I want to give you like a playlist of music that might like snap you out of this shit.
Wait, why are you guys assuming though? I used to be neutral. I used to be a good boy for Israel. I used to support Israel. I used to be like a little good boy.
Hey, I'm not saying support Israel or anything.
No one
what are you
is
talking
saying
about?
any of that, dog.
Yeah.
You really need to like evaluate.
You know, there's a difference between like the Jewish people and Israel, like as a state, right?
Oh no, they're connected.
No, there's a difference between the government of a country and the
like ethno-religion.
Most Jews are Zionists. They identify as Zionists though in the country. What are you talking about?
This is exactly
the problem. This is the problem.
Okay, how do you dispute that? Wait,
the problem,
okay.
Gemini, what are we gonna do about this, dude?
Jesus,
wait,
dude.
Gemini.
Yes,
I might have to start praying because I have no idea how to like do anything. No, Greg, I'm talking. Gemini, okay.
Wait,
I do too. I think that Greg, like a cool guy. I think Greg, in his heart of hearts, is actually not a Nazi or dude.
I'm a national socialist.
Just like the fucking like way that you're saying that shit is so weird, dude. Like that is like the creepiest fucking way. Like no, I am.
Like, okay, wait. How old did you say you were, Greg?
Bro, I'm 21, man.
See, you're laughing because it's a fucking joke to you. Like you're a nihilist or something.
No, because you guys think I don't believe this, which I actually do. You could ask.
I think you're like a nihilist. I think you're like that would make way more sense.
I don't even think it's a matter of you don't believe it. I think you are at the okay. Have you ever been on a boat? Have you ever been on a boat?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think and this is like the analogy I always use for these types of analogies. You are barely leaving like the dock on the boat. You are on the boat. You've just barely pushed the boat into the water off your pickup truck. You still see land. You're not far enough to where you don't see land. You're just far enough to where you could cast a fishing line and fish, and you still see land, but you are like, I want to go deeper into the ocean. You're not going sideways. You're just like, I want to go further away from land. What me and Benny are saying is, it's time to stop fishing and just come back to land for a little bit and look for a different pond. Because the pond you are in doesn't have fish. It has sharks and alligators. You are in a pond that is not going to benefit you. There's other ponds. There is better ponds, my dude. You just really need to get out of this current pond.
Like what? I tried it.
You're in like a toxic swamp right now where like the fish are all like dead and floating.
What swamp do you suggest then?
No, I'm saying like, dude,
you might not
take a break.
To touch the water for a minute. You might need to go to a garden.
I don't know. Go to Joshua Tree.
I went to
go to Joshua Tree. With like maybe a couple of tabs and like have like a freaking religious experience or something. But like dude, whatever the fuck you're doing right now. No. I mean like I'm speaking in code. But
I'm Catholic, man.
You need some grass. That like you need the grass.
Like why do I get like the fucking like creepos? Like I get the creepies when you talk like that. Don't talk like that.
Dude, I'm only 5'10", dude. Relax.
No, because
I'm 5'10". What are you talking about? That's a perfectly fine height. See, that's another thing. Is like these weird
of being the right wing young dude is like most of these young right wing white dudes. They get into.
I'm not even white, dude.
Okay, okay. They get into this form of like I said, the cusp of being a Yahtzee or a YT nationalist or just in general a national supremacist, where it's
Dude, I'm
the
freaking
math that
Mexican,
he.
man.
Okay, cool. He's at this cusp of like there is some good things. We just need to not bring in the bad things. The problem, Greg, is the shit you're talking about, all the stuff of the Yahtzees, there is no bring the good of Yahtzees without the bad. Because all of the stuff that comes with the Yahtzees is the bad. You can't have one without the other. They literally coincide. What you're trying to mask it as like, hey, did he unalive Jewish people? Yes, but also he did all these other good shit. Yeah, a lot of those good shit came at the
Yeah, like,
cost
oh,
And
of.
he was right about the Jews.
He wasn't though. That's the
what
He
the
was.
hell,
Wait,
dude?
you're living in. Wait,
You
wait, wait.
think
This is a
you're
big part.
so
You're living in
fucking
the year
funny by saying
2026 and you
weird
haven't
like
noticed
misinformation shit like that? Like, dude, all
Epstein
your
was Jewish.
problems,
The creator of
it's not
communism
so
was
simple.
Jewish.
Hey,
Feminism.
hey, more authoritarianism. It's not so simple, dummy. You can't just like blame all your problems on one people, right? Like, fucking
If they're
grow a
involved,
fucking
yes.
spine, okay? And like take some fucking accountability and like just deal with your shit, okay? I'm a cancer survivor. Fucking deal with it. Like, don't just sit and cry and be like, "Oh, it's all the Jews' fault." Like, dude, fucking get with it,
even
dude.
even as a black man, I will tell you right now, I had a time where I almost went to the right. Like I almost
Man,
did.
that sucks. You should have,
There's,
man. You would have been a
no,
patriot.
because there's only so far you can go as a black man before it's like you can't go any further. And even as a
Wait,
black
what
man,
does
I'm
that
gonna be
mean?
for real. What do you mean? What does it mean? The right doesn't
Like,
benefit black people.
do
It
you
doesn't
think,
benefit any people of color, but
do you
the right
think,
doesn't benefit black
Hold
people.
wait,
on,
that's
hold
kind
on.
of racist.
Isaac, it says there's no
not
LGBTQ agenda. Do you not see the agenda part? does my screen just say there's no LGBTQ plus?
Wait,
No, it says there's
wait,
no LGBTQ plus agenda.
Okay.
Gemini. Yeah.
No, because listen, Greg, this is the whole point I'm saying for you. The
We're in
edginess.
this war because of the Jews.
No,
Israel.
dude.
My guy,
Dude.
like seriously,
Are you guys-
I don't disagree that Israel is a major reason why Trump and like there's a part in this war, but like it goes far beyond that. Like America and Iran have had relations that go back to like the 40s and 50s. It goes back even farther, you know, it's the Persian Empire, right? It's the Ottomans. There's a lot that goes into it. Again, things aren't just so simple as like blame the Jews, right? Like that is just fucking like naive.
Like again, dude, you need to get out of this whole there's termites in my house, so I need to demolish the entire block. Like get out of that mindset, dude, because like
Epstein was Jewish.
that doesn't matter.
What the fuck?
That does matter. How does, dude? Wait, you know why it does matter? How does a group of people that is 0.2 according to the global population 0.2?
No, I'm not even gonna let him finish that fucking fake ass fact.
I was just about to say because Benny, me and you both already know.
Yeah, bye, Greg.
Yeah, you need to go. Benny,
I think yeah, we had enough fun with him.
Were we being fucked with? I feel like we were being fucked
with.
Dude,
I don't know. I feel like it. I hope so. But man, it sucks. Like
that made me feel bad. Genuinely, that actually like hurt my feelings. I feel bad for him. I
do
really,
too.
Again,
thank you. Critically, Crystal
like,
J. By the way, everybody on YouTube, if you could do me a favor and go over to I am Crystal J. It's IAM Crystal, like you know, like the pretty rocks, JAE, and subscribe and watch her videos. She's got amazing shows. I love Crystal. Sorry,
Crystal J is cool. No, you're good. No, but that dude
I don't know. They were playing with us, Gemini.
That dude made me feel genuinely like sad. Like again, I at least had the comfort of like I like people and I like to communicate and learning things. So it wasn't hard for me to get out of like deconstructing my own misogyny and homophobia because I was okay talking to people. This dude is just like again burn down everything.
Scorched earth. Yeah, like I don't know what
like,
it is. like they feel hopeless, and like that makes me sad. I think is that like hopeless part. So they just like resort to this like extreme like edginess or like trying to be provocative. Where like I truly don't think that he like has any of these like actual ideals, because he can't even back up his fucking ideology. Like the guy was all over the
Like I said,
place.
he barely pushed his boat into the water, and he's like, he doesn't even know what's in the rest of the ocean before he's like, I know there's a treasure chest in that ocean, when he doesn't know that the further you go into that ocean, it's actually a kraken, and like that kraken is gonna fuck you up. Please turn around a little bit. I'm not. If you still want to be conservative, by all means, still be conservative. If you still want to be a Republican, by all means, go ahead.
Right. Hey,
Get out of that
Samantha.
misogyny, though.
Hold on. Samantha's in here. Can you hear me? You're in on the call.
He is an exploiter. They are a people of robbers. He has never found.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I
Is this
should
one
have
of them
figured
days,
that.
Benny? Is this just one of them days for you? I
It
think this is
must.
just one of them
Is
days
it
for you.
still April Fool's? Somewhere on Earth?
Like,
did
Jesus.
did the time zones reverse? Did the sun did Artemis 2 like fuck something up and like make time go backwards?
Like, dude, like, I'm really struggling. And again, this is one of those things where I am so glad that like I am a black man, because there's people who try to say that there's a such thing as black Yahtzees, which like where, but even then, like again, I enjoy being a good person. I enjoy being nice to people and having the ideals that I
Yeah, I
have,
think
because
most people
holy
do.
shit,
Yeah,
I don't know what's over there.
it's
Yeah, but
weird.
I'm just
Like
trying to understand what is it that's making these dudes go over there? Because you brought up like the loneliness and stuff like that, but like that's really your option? Like out of all the things you could like join a
I
boxing
think it
gym. Dudes
starts
used to
out.
join
It
boxing
started
gyms
out
and
with
shit.
like gaming streams, and then like Asmongold and like Andrew Tate and stuff. Like they went from like gaming streams on YouTube. I think it all started out with like Charlie the
It
Unicorn.
started off with Andrew Tate, honestly, and Andrew Tate fucked up my generation, because I can admit that I needed to deconstruct a lot of toxic masculinity, because there were certain times where I would not even listen, like
Hey, wait,
TikTok,
Gemini,
Instagram, you see a
come
clip and
over
you're like,
to
okay, he's kind of cooking. Yeah.
come over to TikTok real quick. We got a guest.
Oh, okay, got
All
you.
right,
Oh, got you.
I'm hanging up. All right, TikTok user, are you there?
Yeah, I am. How's it going?
It's going well. Can I get your age just real quick?
I'm 27.
All right. So I saw you had a comment about how we weren't letting them talk. Did you know what he was saying, or did you hear what he was saying?
I didn't catch all of it.
Did you hear about how he said that like the Holocaust was not like 6 million, and then there was actually like 200,000? Would you agree with that? That's like straight up disinformation, right?
I actually don't know the specific number off the top of my head. I mean, it could be. I don't know what the specific.
Do you think
number
it's
is.
closer to 6 million or 200,000? Just please answer that question.
What do I think personally? Probably closer to 6 million, maybe.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay. So you actually
could be higher.
are in reality. It could be higher. It probably was.
Like, thank you.
Could be 10 million.
Give us some reality.
Yeah, like it does seem like that you are a little grounded in reality. And I appreciate that. We weren't letting him talk because the guy had like zero convictions or like any kind of actual stances. He was jumping around, saying that he would like loved authoritarianism, as he was like speaking his opinion. Right, like he was saying that democracy was
on the Holocaust number. Just because I'm interested why you brought that up, but like
he brought it
for
up.
instance,
because he introduced himself as a neo-Nazi. That's why
he quite literally started off the entire conversation with "I am a neo-Yahtzee." Hitler had some point, or Schmittler. Sorry, Schmittler had some points here and there.
At this point, I don't care.
Okay, yeah. He had some points here and there, and he was saying basically his whole thing was like, again, we could agree with his first half of saying that there are some issues in America that we need to fix because there is some political issues, but his solution was we need to go full on
full-blown Nazi.
I wasn't asking about his entire ideology and everything that.
No, we're just saying
I was just curious about why you guys individually are. It seems like the number of Jewish people who died in the Holocaust, it seems like that's like a really kind of sticky point for you guys. Like, for instance, I've seen pretty credible reporting that the number has been essentially revised lower than 6 million, not 200,000, but I've seen that some people who seem to be pretty credible, they do believe the number is less than 6 million. Do you guys think that the number is super important, or is it just like the loss of human life in general?
I think it's the like jumping from a realistic, like what we have documented and like experienced. We have history. This wasn't even like 100 years ago, right?
Sure. Yeah. Well, it kind of begs the question then. So like you say, we've got recorded history, we've got this, we've got that.
It's not about the specific number, but the fact that they're trying to make millions of people that were being ethnically cleansed, and they're trying to like adjust the narrative and minimize it. It's like saying like, oh, slavery wasn't that bad. Like what the fuck?
It would be like if you said slavery didn't actually last for like 400 years and you said it only lasted for like 30 years. And it's like, what? That's a major fucking that's a major
just
number
to be clear,
to be trying to say like
it's
not that big of a deal.
So I just want to be clear. So let's say that there some kind of new information came out and they said we know actually definitively that 500,000 or a million people actually is the real number. That wouldn't change anything. It doesn't really matter, right?
I mean, well, first I would need to know what are you using to now say that we went from 200 million down to like 5,000.
I would say like,
that's
okay,
my first question.
200 million would be a really high number. I'm not aware of anybody who said that 200 million Jews died in the Holocaust.
No. What I'm saying though is like I would take a pause and be like, okay, why was there such a big difference in reporting? But this all doesn't like. You can go to the death camps. You can see the mass graves. Like there's people that are still walking this earth that have the serial numbers tattooed on their wrists to deny
that's not true.
their fucking lived experience. To deny anybody's lived experience is fucking disgusting to me. And I think that
but you're kind of outside the point.
That's the part. So like, why are you narrowing it into this like weird like a specific number thing? What I'm trying to say is that you may give me a second and stop trying to talk over me. You came into the chat saying, well, you didn't really let the guy talk at all. Which is ironic because you're talking over me.
Him talk a lot, trust me. You did not
he said a lot of
everything.
fucking dumb shit. And by the end of it, we were trying to like relate to the guy and maybe like have a little bit of a like, hey, isn't this crazy? You don't have to go like into these weird radical provocative, like trying to just say weird shit to like get a rise out of people because you feel numb inside or something. I don't know, but
like you want to make other people feel miserable because you've had because I can like misery enjoys company. I get it. There's some people that feel like their life sucks right now and they want other people to feel it. But like, dude, like that is not your only option. Like, again.
So yeah, did you come up here just to be a contrarian? Like it says Dugald must have experience with you. He's saying that you're just kind of a contrarian there.
I don't know who Dugald is. I don't know why you would say that. But yeah, I know. I was curious on the.
So like, what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, I was going to actually do the third prompt, but I was curious as to why you guys were so stuck on the number, just because I've seen so many different people say so many different numbers. So it just kind of seems like a ridiculous premise to be.
We were stuck on the number.
Unable to conversate with someone who would disagree.
We weren't actually like stuck on the number. Our main thing was just saying like, again,
I don't understand
how a lot of young men are going down there, but like. The number part only came up because, again, whenever people want to bring up numbers, because this has happened especially a lot recently, people want to say things like the number is either drastically big or drastically low, and they want to use it as an argument to either minimize or over-exaggerate an issue. And when it has come to the camps, they always try to lower the number to minimize the impact of what happened, when again, it's not true. Because at first it was the camps wasn't that bad, because this dude tried to bring up, oh my god, but they had
tennis
soccer courts and pools
yeah.
and shit. And it's like, okay, does that deny that there were people that were like being
out of curiosity,
on and
did they have tennis courts and shit? I wasn't aware of that.
I don't fucking know, and that shouldn't matter. There's basketball courts in regular prison, but that doesn't mean prison
these
is
camps
like hunky-dory.
There were many camps, like the prison camps. There were many camps. There's ones that were in Italy. Like, for instance, my great uncle, was in World War II. Was a prisoner of war over by Milan, where they just had the Olympics. There's a prison camp that was over there. They held the Jewish people during the Nazi occupation of Poland and everything. They were sending Jews down there, but they also had war prisoners, and a lot of the time the Italians didn't quite agree with the ideology of the Nazis. So the prisoners weren't treated horribly, but they were, still held as prisoners of war and everything. When they try and there's cherry picking that goes on about actual facts and things that are going on around the same time to push a narrative. And that's what you're hearing. So yeah, some of these camps may have had a basketball court or a soccer field or something, because
but
some
right
of them
next to it there was also piles of burned bodies,
later on, yeah, or behind a big wall, or anything like that, or at another camp that was strictly a death camp,
right? That was our whole thing of why we even got on the number topic, because at first his whole thing was trying to say what about the basketball and tennis courts, and then it was, well, the number wasn't that big, and it's why are you trying to minimize a legitimate world atrocity that does nothing for you, sure, unless you're a Yahtzee, which again he proved he is a Yahtzee.
Well, I don't even know, I don't think that he was actually ideologically aligned with it, because he didn't know it, but he was trying to push he was trying to claim the little label. He was being provocative and edgy or whatever.
No,
if you're truly
he's getting there.
He was trying to be a YT supremacist, but he said that he was Mexican. I don't know. I was so confused. AK, would you want to come?
Oh, AK, I haven't talked to you in 3 years.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah, right. I know it's been a while. I actually wanted to add to this because that whole thing is just such bullshit. Yeah, there were tennis courts. They were used by SS officers. They weren't for prisoners. All of these extracurricular activities that you want to be oh, they must have been having, they were for the SS officers. They were handball courts, all that shit was for SS officers. They weren't for prisoners.
I mean, if I would assume that that's the case, in the death camps, but there was mixed camps too. There was all kinds of shit going on in the Second World War. It was a world war.
Literally,
no, but to this idea that you can't look at things anthropologically, you can't
yeah.
I mean, this is all written down. This is all, there are videos and pictures,
recorded journals,
right? You know what I mean? What is that?
Right.
That movie that
rosters.
came out where it's that movie that won the Oscar? What was it? Where it's there are people living in Germany or whatever at the time, and in the backyard there's
the pianist.
No, it's very recent.
Are you
Jojo Rabbit?
Because I know there was a movie that they showed where this dude, or basically it was what they did for the Germans that didn't know about what was happening at the camps, and it was basically they made a bunch of German people sit in essentially a movie theater and watch recordings that were taken of the. I don't know if that's what AK is talking about, but I know that's an actual historical thing that happened.
I think
because
AK is
a lot of German people. Okay, but no, that was the whole reason that came up, TikTok. It was, and again, we let him talk a lot. I don't know
the zone of interest.
What's it called again?
The zone of interest. It's 2024. It basically shows how there's people, regular families living their lives in Yahtzee, Germany. I mean, these are Germans, and in the background you can hear the cries of people and the smoke and everything like that. Like, this stuff is not an anomaly. These people were living right next to concentration camps, knew what was happening, and then just continue to have barbecues and all this bullshit in the background. All of this stuff is very well documented. This whole tennis court thing is also documented.
It's
I don't know why. Exactly. I don't know why people still. Oh well, they must have been. What are you talking about? You can look up who is using them.
So, anyways,
AK, we say that. We say that, but we also know that we have the slavery deniers or the racism deniers where they're like, Jim Crow wasn't that bad back in the day. Like, you know, black people have their own communities. Like, did they have to worry about a group of white people coming into their town and stealing their children?
It's rooted in blind faith and like
literally
Christian ideology. A lot of it like is just, you know, don't question, don't deconstruct what you're being told, just like accept it, and or, you know, like this like alternative facts weird like idea that Charlie Kirk and others, you know, kind of pushed, where it was like, oh well, you know, you could get your alternative facts from us at InfoWars or whatever. It's like, what the fuck?
Which even that it comes from a place of privilege, because like I said, it's like the same thing I've said of years for people who say that they're not going to vote because voting doesn't matter. It comes from a place of privilege. You're someone where you're least likely to be affected by a lot of policies in the country, so you have comfortability that people like me and people like you and others we don't have, because let us not vote on a law and our rights are taken away. We're 3/5 of a human again. Like,
right.
I'll be damned if I don't vote and then I get turned back into 3/5 of a human. I'm not doing that shit.
So I don't have much more time. So real quick, last thoughts here. AK, or well, actually, TikTok user. Let's start with you. What'd you come up for? You were going to talk about like the third prompt.
Yeah, I was going to, but it just kind of ended up being.
We got to close out the show. So, what's your last thoughts on what was discussed?
A whole show.
Thanks,
my
AK.
last thoughts on it. I mean, I kind of like what I said. I don't know if you research into it. Obviously, it seems like people have a different opinion on what the official number is. I think that there's
just believe nothing.
No, I didn't say that you shouldn't believe anything. I just said that you should. There's a lot of research on it. People argue and dispute about this, and so
I don't think you've looked enough into it, right? So are you
I don't
an
think
authority
it really
on it?
Would matter, to be honest. Like, for instance, if the number were 5.5 million or 6 million, and the number was off by 500,000, I really wouldn't care.
200,000 and 6 million is what we were talking about.
Is a leap. Like, that's a leap.
Again, I mean, it's still a lot.
Yeah, so why
matters?
It's a genocide, so it doesn't really matter.
Why are you narrowing in on this like contingency or whatever? Like, this is weird to me. Like that you're like,
and the number is
no.
relevant
Listen,
because,
I'm not the one who's got the sticky point on the number, so I don't know why you're
more because the number does have a level of relevancy, because again, once you start lessening the number, you lessen the victims that had their entire can we acknowledge the fact that there's peoples that hold identities
so if
of
that's
race,
your
like,
justification for arguing the number, that is literally a religious argument.
No, it's not a religious argument. We're not.
It is exactly a religious
argument. I'm saying that when
there's
listen to yourself talk about it.
There's empirical facts.
It's like a religion. Like, yeah.
Dude.
TikTok. When someone comes up and they
I'm
say
not even
the number
disputing,
from
but it's just like listening to other people talk about it. You're
when
like,
someone
this is kind of
says
weird.
that the number of people during the camps was 200 million, and then they now come and say something like it's 10,000, that is erasing a number of victims that were unalived, had their identities taken away, and were mutilated during that time of history. When you want to lessen a number, it does have a level of relevance, because you're trying to minimize an atrocity by lessening that number, and you're erasing victims, and that's not good to erase victims.
You know what's weird?
It's not saying
TikTok
that it was
user.
That's not really what I suggested in the first place. So I don't really know why you would say that.
I got to close out the show anyways. I'll keep you up for a second, Gemini. You know what's weird, TikTok user, is like to come in without like any context of a conversation and then like start like going on a meta spree about like the conversation itself, and then being like, well, this is a religious lot. Like you're acting like you know what the fuck even was just discussed, and you have no fucking clue. You're like a little kid walking into the middle of a movie. You're out of your fucking element. That's
literally like we talked
that's a
about
quote
a
from
lot
The Big
with that
Lebowski.
dude.
You're out of your element,
We
Donnie.
talked a lot about that, man, and that, like, mind you, again, if you would have came in here earlier, you would have seen we were genuinely being cordial. We were not jumping on him. We weren't.
I could have kicked him a lot earlier.
Like, thankfully, he didn't slur, and he was
Oh,
being kind of calm.
He
but
did.
like the man was
said
saying,
the
he did.
Slur, yeah.
Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, nah. But I apologize, Benny, because I feel like I came up and disrupted your flow. Even though
No, you're good,
like
Gemini. It's all good. No, I have to. I probably should have like signed off about half an hour ago.
But Jesus, that was I feel like we were being fucked with. I feel like that was a fan of yours. That was like, it would be funny if I come up on Benny's panel and like.
I hope not.
I don't
want anybody
if
to do that.
If he was real, I really hope that he like makes friends, not Yahtzee friends. Make actual friends to meet normal people.
Yeah, hopefully. Godless Engineer is on, or Trust But Verify on TikTok. I would say go over to those lives and say Benny sent you. I'm not sure who else is live. God of Logic, Matthew is live. Any one of those would be good. As far as YouTube goes, go wherever you may want to go and say Benny sent you, and go deconstruct and touch grass and go to a concert and enjoy some music or something. The weather's starting to get better, so cool. That's all cool. So all right, guys, have a good night. Sorry for the short show.